It was a good game. You can tell we're playing pretty good right now. We got some strength in our offense. We made a couple outfield mistakes yesterday that put us in harm's way and cost us 2 extra runs, and we were able to overcome both of those mistakes yesterday. So it kind of tells you a little bit about how we're going on offense right now. And Sal pitched a good game, just a little bump in the road there in the 3rd or 4th inning where he gave up a couple runs, but other than that, I thought he did exactly what we need. Gave us, in terms of statistics, it's a quality start, 6 innings and 3 runs. And we've said it many times, I'll take 6 innings and 4 runs for my starters all the time. And he did a good job. We were able to match up our bullpen, got the required outs that we needed from them, and just yesterday was all about offense from the middle of the game on. It really pushed us to the victory.
A great honor for Chris Salamita, his 5th year with the team, and he sets the franchise strikeouts record last night.
Yeah, he slogged a lot of innings for us, and he's been, real good for a number of years. And I always say the best ability is availability, and he takes the ball when it's his turn and gives you everything he has. And as a manager, you can't ask for any more than that.
And he really bears down. You have the 4th spot there in the top half of the 3rd, but you guys have the intentional walk to get the lefty up there, and he gets a huge double play to keep you guys within reach.
Yeah, that's kind of a big turning point in this game yesterday, and sometimes it's an uneasy feeling as a manager when you got to load the bases up like that. It's not something that's you're going to do on a weekly basis, but if you're going to do it, you got to do it with one of your veteran guys that's been with you for a while that you trust is going to make some pitches. And for me, that was a turning point in the start. If he wasn't able to get out of that situation and surrendered another run or 2 more, it probably he'd have been lucky to make it through 5 innings, if that. And it certainly would have been a little bit more difficult task for us to come back yesterday, but made the required pitches, got the double play like we were looking for. I mean, you're not expecting it to be hit back to your pitcher. You're hoping that it's a more traditional double play, but we'll take them however we can get them.
Talking with Goldeyes manager Rick Forney on the Dugout Show. Winnipeg will finish up its series against the T-Bones tonight at Shaw Park. And Salamita showing off his athleticism a couple of times, beat out the guy at first base on the little squib.
Yeah, great fielding pitcher. And part of being a good pitcher is being able to field your position, whether it's comebacks, holding runners, being able to pitch out, covering first base, doing all of those things. And Sal's such a good fielding pitcher. He can relax your corner infield defense a little bit against bunts or swinging bunts and things like that, because you're not forced to play your third baseman and first baseman in so much because they can play a step deeper because he gets to so many balls. Just a real good athlete, and I've been saying it for years. He's probably one of the top 5 athletes that we've ever had here in Winnipeg as a Goldeye.
And offensively, you guys do a lot of really good things. The situational hitting from about the 4th or 5th inning on is excellent, and Tyler comes up with a huge hit in the bottom of the 7th inning.
Yeah, well, again, we're taking some walks and getting some guys on base that way, and a couple bunts we got put down that were key to us scoring some runs, and obviously you got to get some sac flies and some situational hits mixed in there, and we got a little bit of everything yesterday to help produce offense.
And a couple times Zagoni, a pretty good slider there in on 2 righties. Both Luis and Reggie were able to stay inside the ball and somehow kept it fair.
Yeah, not easy pitches. I mean, it's tough for right-handed hitters sometimes when the sun's out, facing left-handed pitchers, because their arm slot and release point come out of the scoreboard, and if they feature a decent breaking ball, then the ball's going to go further out to the scoreboard, which can make it difficult to pick the baseball up. And when you're guarding against that outside part of the plate because you don't see it quite as well, then you leave yourself open for some stuff inside. And Zagoni showed yesterday he was willing to throw us both his slider and curveball down and in on righties, and he made some good pitches. We were just able to foul some of them back and keep a couple of them fair that were going in for big hits.
And Brendan Lafferty makes his 26th appearance already last night. 1 pitch, gets 2 huge outs though in the double play.
Yeah, that's about a good appearance you can have right there. Just obviously when you got 1 out, you're probably thinking you're going to see at least 8 to 15 pitches out of that guy that night to get the required outs necessary, and he was able to do it on 1. But just one of those situations. It felt like I felt like he was a little bit better against right-handed hit pitching than he is left-handed pitching. That maybe if we can get a pitch down in the zone a little bit away from him, that we'd be able to get him to roll over. Every time we went upstairs, he got better swings on us. So Laff was able to drive that fastball downhill and got that 2-hopper to short.
And Tyler Kuhn wanted a bat by him coming through in a big way with 2 outs. picking you guys up in the 7th.
Yeah, it's nice when you're getting contributions from everybody and you're giving your leadoff guy and your number 2 guy countless opportunities to drive some runs, and then you know your offense is going pretty good because 7, 8, 9 is flipping the order with some consistency. So everybody's capable, and right now Tyler in this homestand is coming up with some big hits with men in scoring position for us.
Yeah, Nick Hernandez on the mound tonight, a chance to close out this homestand. He's been outstanding. A pitcher in month announced yesterday, and their starter DeVore's had a pretty good start since coming off the DL.
Yeah, DeVore's pretty good. He pitched well last year in that Pacific League or whatever it was. I think he was with San Rafael, and we saw him in exhibition. He had a good arm, had a good fastball. So hopefully we'll be up for the task, and we need Nick just to continue doing what he's doing. Just as long as he's throwing strikes, you can't walk too many guys against this team and get away with it. They're going to be looking to bunt and slash and hit and run, do all those kind of things. And Nick's not quite the same caliber fielder that Sal is, but at the same time, he has the ability to produce a few more strikeouts than Sal generally does. So as long as he's getting ahead early in the count, he should be okay.
All right, Rick, great job as always. Thanks for the time. Good luck tonight.
Thanks, Steve.
Now is Winnipeg Goldeyes manager Rick Forney joining us on the Dugout Show. We'll take a break and come back with a closer look at tonight's starting pitchers, Nick Hernandez and Kyle DeVore, after this with On the Rubber on Jewel 101.
Jewel 101. Traffic update.
We had a short-lived collision northbound on Kenaston approaching Grant. It involved a motorcycle. The rider appeared okay. We got this cleared away fairly quickly. However, southbound on Kenaston is starting to move slowly. That could be as a result of the Blue Bomber game, which will begin pretty soon, and also a lot of traffic heading towards the downtown core for the baseball game, which is, I believe, set to start at 6 o'clock, so still lots of traffic left to deal with. As a true car fanatic and self-proclaimed automotive master, you know cars. Now get to know them. Facebook.com/STP Products Canada, STP and go. And let's look at traffic on Jewel 101.
The rebates are back! The rebates are back!
What?
The rebates from Reliance Superior Heating and Air Conditioning are back, and I'm not missing out on the great savings this year!
The rebates from Reliance are back by popular demand. Right now, when you buy a high-efficiency Lennox furnace and air conditioner from Reliance, you get $2,000 back in rebates. Call Reliance Superior Heating and Air Conditioning now at 204-697-5666 or hurry over to RelianceSuperior.ca today. Some conditions apply.
I'm off to the UPS store.
We don't need anything shipped.
Well, I'm getting our office printing and brochures made up, and I need some name badges and these pages laminated for our training class tomorrow.
At the UPS store?
Yeah, they do everything.
No, really, what are you shipping?
Copy, print, ship, and more at the UPS store. With their digital and wide format printing services as well as in-house graphic design services, they've got all your business needs covered. Big or small, they do it all at the UPS store.
At MTS, we know there are lots of things that can keep you awake at night. But worrying about internet overage charges shouldn't be one of them. With MTS, you get unlimited internet on all our personal plans. So you never have to think about how much data you're using and how much it's going to cost you. Surf, download, and stream all you want for as low as $20 a month for the first 3 months and rest easy. Conditions apply. Visit your nearest MTS Connect store for details.
And now, back to Winnipeg Goldeyes baseball on Jewel 101.
Back here at Shaw Park in the Rona pregame show ride to the ballpark. Goldeyes and T-Bones getting ready to wrap up a 3-game series in the Goldeyes, set to finish a 7-game homestand in which they have won each of the first 6 ball games. On the Rubber is brought to you by Cal Tire, with 5 convenient locations in the capital region. We're more than just tires. Cal Tire, true service. Nick Hernandez, who yesterday was announced as the American Association's Pitcher of the Month for June, he'll get the start here tonight against Kansas City. In 8 starts this year, Nick Hernandez is 4-0, an ERA of 3.56. 48 innings pitched, 51 hits, only 8 walks. He has struck out 42. Opponents hitting .266 against Nick Hernandez this season. Hernandez is coming off a very strong effort against the Fargo-Moorhead Redhawks. He was perfect for the first 5 innings on Saturday. He would eventually go 7 full for a 3rd consecutive start. He allowed 3 earned runs and only 5 hits, walked 1 and struck out 4. Hernandez has walked 2 or fewer in all 8 of his starts this season, and he has walked 1 or fewer in 6 of the 8. His opponent will be right-hander Kyle DeVore. He's made 2 starts in 3 outings in relief, 2-1, an ERA of 2.29. After beginning this season on the disabled list, But since his return in early June, DeVore has been excellent for the T-Bones. 19 2/3 innings, 22 hits, only 4 walks, 21 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .272 against Kyle DeVore this season, a former Texas Rangers farmhand who last year was in a startup independent league in San Rafael, California. The Pacific Association, which is back up and running again here in 2014. DeVore had very good numbers while pitching for the San Rafael Pacifics. He went 8-3 in 13 starts. So Nick Hernandez and Kyle DeVore, tonight's starting pitchers. What we'll do right now is take a break, and when we come back, we'll have tonight's starting lineups and first pitch after this on Jewel 101.
Thanks for listening to the Winnipeg Goldeyes Rona pregame show Ride to the Ballpark. Stay tuned. The game is coming up next on Jewel 101. This is Goldeyes Baseball on 100.7 CFJL. Jewel 101 Winnipeg.
The Stars are coming to Shaw Park this summer as the Winnipeg Goldeyes host the first ever 2-day American Association All-Star celebrations. July 28th and 29th, catch all the action. Skills competition, home run derby, parties and autograph sessions, all-star luncheon featuring Fergie Jenkins, and of course, the All-Star Game. Play ball! Tickets are on sale now. Get yours before they're gone. Visit goldeyes.com.
When's the last time your bank gave you a great big kiss when you walked through the door?
Excuse me?
That's what they do at Sonova Credit Union. Their DOG, you know, Director of Greetings, is a St. Bernard who welcomes all members.
Wow, can he schedule appointments too?
No need. At Sonova, you don't need an appointment, ever. Drop by whenever works for you. Bank brighter with Sonova Credit Union at one of their 11 branches throughout Manitoba, with convenient 7-days-a-week service in Winnipeg.
Summer is the season for long family road trips.
Are we there yet?
And if you want to make it there, it's time to go to Cal Tire. Whether you come in for a tire rotation, an alignment, or even a basic oil service, all your visits come with a free mechanical inspection. Get your vehicle ready for high temperatures and heavy use. Talk to Cal at any one of 5 convenient Winnipeg locations.
What should we bring to the lake for dinner tonight?
Something easy that we can throw in the cooler.
Turkey.
Granny's Poultry introduces their seasoned boneless turkey breast.
Sounds good.
Really good.
Pick up a Granny's frozen seasoned boneless turkey breast from your neighborhood grocery store. Throw it in the cooler, and by the time you get to the lake, it's barbecue ready. Granny's Poultry, your local poultry farmer's own cooperative. To find a retailer or for simply delicious recipes, visit grannys.ca. Granny's, good-natured.
You had a long night, and you're hardly awake. You need breakfast, but it's 11 o'clock. Does that even matter? Why eat somewhere that tells you you can't have what you want when you want it? Just go to Robin's anytime for their breckwich, made with everything you want, like egg, tantalizing ham, perfect bacon, delicious sausage, and of course melt-in-your-mouth cheese that you can enjoy on a croissant bun, wrap, or bagel, served all day.
Only from your hometown hero, Robin's. Fast, fresh, and friendly.
It's time for Winnipeg Goldeyes Baseball on the crystal clear FM airwaves of Jewel 101. Now, let's go to the ballpark for tonight's game. Here's Steve Schuster.
From Shaw Park in Winnipeg, Manitoba, you're listening to Goldeyes Baseball, presented by NTS on Jewel 101. Tonight is Game 3 of a 3-game series between the Kansas City T-Bones and your Winnipeg Goldeyes. Tonight's starting pitchers for the T-Bones, 23-year-old right-hander Kyle DeVore, and for the Goldeyes, 25-year-old left-hander Nick Hernandez. Well, hi again, everyone, and thanks for tuning in. The Goldeyes have won 7 straight ball games. They came back last night to defeat the T-Bones 7-5 in the middle game of this 3-game series. Tyler Kuhn delivered the big 2-out, 2-run single down the right field line on the bottom half of the 7th. And tonight, the Goldeyes will try and sweep their first multiple series homestand since July of 2009. Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineup for the Kansas City T-Bones, managed by John Mazzarelli, who is in his first year. TJ Middlestat is the second baseman and leading off. Brian Sabatella is in right field and batting second. David Espinoza is the first baseman hitting third. Byron Wiley is the left fielder and hitting cleanup. Johnny Kaplan is the DH batting fifth. Nick Schwainer is at third base hitting sixth. Brian Erie is the catcher batting seventh. Daryl Hudson is at shortstop hitting eighth. And Robbie Cousdale is the center fielder and batting ninth. The starting lineup is brought to you by Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries. Fans, when you visit the Sky Suite level at Shaw Park, make sure to stop and relax in one of 3 Lazy Boy comfort zones. Each Lazy Boy comfort zone is fully furnished with the latest Lazy Boy sofas, love seats, coffee tables, and their world-famous recliners. The Winnipeg Goldeyes would like to thank Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries, located at 1425 Ellis Avenue, for their support. Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries, live life comfortably. On the mound tonight for the Winnipeg Goldeyes, left-hander Nick Hernandez, who yesterday was announced as the American Association's Pitcher of the Month for June. Hernandez this year in 8 starts is 4-0, an ERA at 3.56. He's worked 48 innings, allowed 51 hits, walked just 8, and struck out 42. Opponents hitting .266 against Nick Hernandez. Well, what a month of June Hernandez had for the Winnipeg Goldeyes. 5 starts. He was 4-0 with an ERA of 1.83, struck out 31 batters in 34 1/3 innings during June. And Hernandez coming off a great effort on Saturday against the Fargo-Moorhead Redhawks. That was game 2 of that 4-game series. He allowed 3 earned on 5 hits in 7 innings to earn the victory. TJ Middlestat has had a solid series, a left-hand batter leading things off. Hernandez winds, and the first pitch of the ball game is a fastball on the outside corner at the knees. It's 0-1. Tonight's first pitch at 6:06 p.m. Bit of an earlier start between Winnipeg and Kansas City. Our first pitch brought to you by Best Western Plus. The 0-1 pitch. Fastball low and outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. The Best Western Plus Winnipeg Airport Hotel is Winnipeg's premier event venue. Book your next corporate event, wedding, or conference at the Best Western Plus Winnipeg Airport Hotel. Middlestat grounds one towards first, right in front of Casey Harther, who fields. He takes it to the bag himself, and Middlestat is retired, 1 away in the top half of the first inning. Defensively tonight for the Winnipeg Goldeyes, Casey Harther is at first base. Brock Bond is at second. Josh Mazzola is at third. Tyler Kuhn is the shortstop. Ray Sadler is in left field. Reggie Abercrombie in center. Donnie Webb is in right. And Luis Allen does the catching for the left-hander Nick Hernandez. Brian Sabatella at the plate, a right-hand batter. And he takes a fastball just low. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Hernandez, a good build, 6'4", 215 pounds. A 25-year-old left-hander from Hialeah, Florida. 1 out, nobody on. The 1-0 pitch, driven in the air towards left center field. Going back, Sadler, still going over, won't get it. That'll be an extra base hit, bouncing towards the fence. Sabatella's on his way to second, and he'll hold with a long double to left center field. So Brian Sabatella has now it safely in 8 games in a row. A double to the gap in left center field, and it's a runner at second and 1 man down for David Espinoza, a switch hitter. He'll bat right-handed against Nick Hernandez. The T-Bones scored 4 times in the top half of the third last night to go ahead 4-1. They would score just 1 run after that. It was unearned in the top of the 7th. Chris Salamia did a great job to settle in and allow the Goldeyes to eventually come from behind and win the game. Espinoza having a good year, 295 with a homer and 17 runs batted in. He had a bloop RBI single during the 3rd inning rally last night. Change up on the outside corner for strike 1. Espinoza in his last 13 games has drawn 9 walks, and he's hitting .362 during the stretch, 17 for 47. He crowds the plate. Brian Sabatella runs while he's on second. Not a big lead, though. Hernandez checks back, and the 0-1 pitch. Change up high and outside. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Hernandez now the pitcher of the month for June in the American Association. The Goldeyes have been collecting awards such as that left and right. They've had 3 batters named Batter of the Week. And Casey Harther, we talked yesterday how he probably should have been named the Batter of the Month for June. That went to John Alonso of Laredo. Hernandez turns and looks at second, and Sabatella gets back with that Kuhn or Bond coming in from behind. We're scoreless in the top half of the first and a gorgeous evening here at Shaw Park, blessed with some great weather each of the last 2 nights. Espinoza holds the bat back. The pitch, breaking ball on the inside corner. Good pitch by Nick Hernandez, and that buckled the knees of David Espinoza. It's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Now Espinoza going into last night had struck out just twice in his previous 28 at-bats. Salamita got him twice in the game alone in last night's action. And we'll see if Hernandez can put away Espinoza here with a runner in second and 1 down. He checks back on Sabatella. The 1-2 pitch. Change up down low. Good stop by Luis Allen. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Mentioned during his month of June, Hernandez 31 strikeouts in 34 1/3 innings. He had back-to-back starts on the road trip in which he had 9 strikeouts in New Jersey and then followed that up with an 8 strikeout game at Trois-Rivières. Runner in second and 1 down. We're in the top half of the first at Shaw Park. Game 3 of a 3-game series. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. Nick Hernandez with that outstanding changeup gets David Espinoza to swing and miss. So Espinoza, one of the best 2-strike hitters in this league, going all the way back to 2008, is struck out by Hernandez, and that first strikeout is brought to you by Manitoba Hydro. Manitoba Hydro reminds you to be safe around electricity. 1 strike and you're out. So now there's 2 away. Byron Wiley, the left fielder, stepping to the plate. Wiley, .274, 3 homers and 18 runs batted in. He is 6 for 27 against left-handed pitching this year, an average of .222. Sabatella on second, now getting a bigger lead. Hernandez delivers, and it's a fastball for a strike in the outside corner. Tonight's umpires, David Frame is behind the plate. Bill Montgomery is at first, and Brian Child is at third. David Frame in his first season in the American Association. No score, top of the first inning. The 0-1 pitch. Slider misses outside, and it's now 1 ball and 1 strike. Hernandez making his 4th start of the year at Shaw Park, 2-0 in the first 3, with a 3.93 earned run average, including last Saturday against the Red Hawks, in which he was perfect through the first 5. Left-hand pitcher, left-hand batter. Wiley hits with an open stance. The 1-1. Fastball just outside, and it's now 2 balls and 1 strike. Johnny Kaplan, the DH, is waiting on deck. Goldeyes are in the alternate red uniforms. Goldeyes in navy block lettering on the front side. Names in white, numbers in navy on the back. Home white pants with no trim and the all-red caps. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Wiley. Hit on the ground on the right side, fielded by Brock Bond. Tosses to first in plenty of time. Wiley retired, and so are the T-Bones here at the top of the first inning. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 runner left on base. Middle of the first at Shaw Park. It's the T-Bones nothing, and the Goldeyes coming to bat on Jewel 101.
The only thing better than taking in a Goldeyes game is taking to the water. Now you have a chance to breeze across the lake in your very own Alumacraft boat. At select Goldeyes home games, swing by the promenade before the game and enter to win a V16 Series Alumacraft boat, complete with a trailer and a 25 horsepower motor, courtesy of Alumacraft and the Winnipeg Goldeyes. The winner will be drawn during the last series of the regular season. Can't wait? Purchase your Alumacraft boat at Girton Marine in Winnipeg.
Swing into spring at Salisbury House. Order an extraordinary omelet at any of their family restaurants, or a fantastic complete dinner at any Sal's Express, or any other meal of your choice for $9.99 or more, and receive 2 Goldeyes vouchers redeemable for 2 free tickets to a future game, courtesy of Salisbury House. Offer available at all 14 locations. For the one nearest you, visit salisburyhouse.ca. Salisbury House, your food, your way.
And now, back to Winnipeg Goldeyes baseball on Jewel 101.
No score, bottom half of the first. Nick Hernandez worked around a 1-out double from Brian Sabatella in the top of the inning. And now we'll take a look at tonight's starting lineup for the Winnipeg Goldeyes, managed by Rick Forney, who is in his 9th year. Tyler Kuhn is the shortstop and leading off. Josh Mazzola is at third base and batting second. Casey Harther is the first baseman hitting third. Ray Sadler is in left field and batting cleanup. Donnie Webb is the right fielder batting 5th. Reggie Abercrombie is in center field hitting 6th. Brock Bond is at second base batting 7th. Luis Allen is the catcher hitting 8th. And Ryan Pineda is the DH and batting 9th. On the mound tonight for the Kansas City T-Bones, 23-year-old right-hander Kyle DeVore. He's made 5 appearances this year. Tonight will be his 3rd start. He's 2-1 with an ERA of just 2.29. 19 2/3 innings, 22 hits allowed, 4 walks, 21 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .272 against Kyle DeVore, a former Texas Rangers farmhand. He pitched last year in the Pacific Association for the San Rafael Pacifics. He began the season on the DL. Now the Goldeyes actually faced him in spring training during one of the 2 games at Community America Ballpark, and they roughed him up for 8 runs in 3 innings, including a homer from Ray Sadler. He would go on the DL a couple of days later, but in his return, he has been outstanding. First pitch to Tyler Kuhn is a fastball on the outside corner, and it's 0-1. Kuhn riding a 7-game hitting streak, and he delivered the biggest hit of the game last night, a 2-out, 2-run single against reliever Jared Messer in the bottom half of the 7th. The 0-1 pitch, fastball just outside. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Kuhn got a slider over the middle of the plate and was able to pull it down the right field line and drive in the tying and go-ahead runs. He's 4th in the league in hitting at .344. A left-hand batter, and the pitch hit fouled on the left field line. That'll reach the crowd, and it goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes in the Goldeyes shortstop. Kuhn with a homer and now 21 runs batted in. He has driven in some huge runs during this homestand. He had 7 in the doubleheader on Monday against the Fargo-Moorhead Redhawks. Here's the 1-2 from DeVore. Swinging a ground ball pulled to the right side. Moving in front, the second baseman, Middlestad. He throws to first. It's in time to get Tyler Kuhn. And there's 1 away to begin the bottom half of the 1st inning. Defensively tonight for the Kansas City T-Bones, David Espinoza is at first base. TJ Middlestad, you heard, is at second. Nick Schwaner is at third. Daryl Hudson is the shortstop. Byron Wiley is in left field. Robbie Cousdale in center. Brian Sabatella is in right field, and Brian Erie does the catching for the right-hander Kyle DeVore. Good size to him, 6'3", 225 pounds. Here's the first pitch to Josh Mazzola, and it's a fastball just inside, 1 ball and no strikes. DeVore, 23 years old, born and lives in Wilton, California. No score, bottom half of the 1st inning. The right-hander winds, third base side of the rubber. The 1-0 pitch, fastball on the inside edge, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. After Kuhn drove in the big 2-run single last night in the 7th against the new pitcher Chris Squires, Mazzola ripped a double down the left field line with Kuhn in motion, and it stretched the lead to 7-5. Swinging a foul ball straight back. It's 1-2 on Josh Mazzola. Now hitting .241 in the year. 6 homers, tied for 12th in the American Association. He has driven in 27, tied with Reggie Abercrombie for the team lead. In his last 13 games, Mazzola is hitting .321 with 15 driven in. Swinging a ground ball to the left side, moving in front, Hudson. He fields, taps the glove, throws high to first, but Espinoza hangs on. And there's 2 men down in the bottom half of the 1st inning. Daryl Hudson, the shortstop, circling in front of that ball. Hudson committed a key error last night in the bottom half of the 2nd, allowing the Goldeyes to score an unearned run. Casey Harther stepping to the plate. Another day at the office for Harther last night, 3 for 5. His 22nd multi-hit game of the year in only 42 games played. A right-hand batter, he's hitting .399 to pace the American Association. First pitch, fastball low and outside. 1 ball and no strikes. It is a shame that Harther was not named the American Association's Batter of the Month. Not to take anything away from what John Alonso did in Laredo. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Fastball on the outside corner, 1-1, but Casey has been playing every day, and while the numbers are similar, Alonso only appeared in 17 games for the Lemurs during the month of June. Harther has hit safely in 13 straight, longest streak by a Goldeyes player this year. The 1-1 pitch, swinging a tapper along the third baseline, and that's going to roll foul. It's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. During the hitting streak, Harther hitting .474, 27 for 57, with 10 doubles, including 1 last night, and 12 runs batted in. No score, bottom half of the 1st. Kyle DeVore has retired the first 2 hitters on ground balls. He's ahead of Harther, 1 ball and 2 strikes. The right-hander winds, and the pitch, breaking ball, taken high, pretty good slider, but he missed above the letters, and it's now 2-2. The T-Bones are in their alternate black uniforms. T-Bones in red script on the front side. Red numbers, no names in the back. Road gray pants with black trim. And the black caps with the gray bills. 2-2 pitch. Broken bat grounder out to short. Hudson moves in front. He's got it. Steps in, throws to first in time to get Casey Harther. And the inning is over. Kyle Lavore sets the Goldeyes down in order. No runs, no hits, and nobody left on base. End of one at Shaw Park. No score on Jewel 101.
The Best Western Plus Winnipeg Airport Hotel is dedicated to making your stay as easy and carefree as possible. With over 8,000 square feet of meeting space and 213 guest rooms, the Best Western Plus can accommodate events large and small. Their on-site catering team and event planners offer customized menu options and expert service. Book your next corporate event, wedding, or conference at the Best Western Plus Winnipeg Airport Hotel, 1715 Wellington Avenue, or call 204-786-0687 for more information.
Honey, where should I put this?
In the basement.
I don't think there's any room.
Sound familiar? If your home or garage has accumulated more than it can hold, let BFI Canada help. Rent a temporary bin from BFI for a day, a week, or longer. Too much stuff? Then call the Blue. Call BFI Canada to schedule your delivery today. BFI Canada, a Progressive Waste Solutions company.
You've got your sunglasses, your sunblock, a hat, your wallet, and a few friends. Now, the only thing missing is the patio at your favorite Pony Corral. Grab a table on Winnipeg's best patios and enjoy the weather. Enjoy good conversation and enjoy great food and drink. Every Monday to Friday from 3 to 5, it's happy hour with half-price appetizers. Or pull up a chair on Saturday and Sunday for a nice outdoor breakfast with scenic views. Good times await on Winnipeg's best patios. Visit the Pony Corral today.
And now, back to Winnipeg Goldeyes baseball on Jewel 101.
Help support the Winnipeg Goldeyes Field of Dreams Foundation by purchasing a Path of Dreams sidewalk brick, and your name will go down in history. Literally, personalized bricks located on the walkway to Shaw Park are a unique way to honor loved ones, promote businesses and organizations, or celebrate a special event. For more information on how to purchase your Path of Dreams sidewalk brick, call the Goldeyes office at 982 base. Top of the second, no score. First pitch to Johnny Kaplan is a fastball on the outside corner. No balls and one strike. Johnny Kaplan 6 for 39 in his first 11 games with the T-Bones after signing on June 22nd. The pitch, swinging a ground ball foul outside of third base, and the count is 0-2. That comes out to a 154 average, no homers and 7 runs batted in. Kaplan in 12 pro seasons, a career 293 hitters, so you figure at some point his timing will come back and he'll be a threat somewhere in the lineup for John Mazzarelli. Swinging a tapper out towards second, tough hop, fielded by Bond, throws to first in time to get Kaplan, and there's one away to start the top half of the second. Hey fans, next time you're at a Goldeyes game, bring along a non-perishable food item for donation to Winnipeg Harvest. Collection bins are located at every ballpark entrance. Peak of the Market and the Goldeyes encourage all listeners to help those in need. Kaplan tapped it off the very end of his bat, and Brock Bond got a tricky hop. It looked like he was waiting for it to come back up, and it stayed low in the dirt. And he was able to grab it around the shoe tops and got Kaplan by a step, who was hustling down the line. Here's Nick Schwaner, the third baseman, a left-hand batter. Check swing, and it's a fastball over the inside half. 0-1. Schwaner this year, 242, no homers, and 11 runs batted in. He is looking for his first hit of this series, 0 for 8, the last 2 nights. Lefty against lefty. And the pitch by Hernandez. Swinging a pop-up, foul ground left side, going out Mazzola by the side fence, reaching, and he makes the catch as he bumps into the side fence just beyond the Goldeyes dugout. Nice play by Josh Mazzola. Stayed with that pop fly and almost did a bit of a hip check, if you will, into the wall, and held on reaching over his head. So it's 2 outs and nobody on. Brian Erie now stepping up. Erie, the T-Bones catcher, has had a good year offensively, 267 after a slow start, a homer and 15 runs batted in. He is hitting .316 in his last 28 games played. Base is empty and 2 men down. Gorgeous evening for baseball at Shaw Park. Outfield shading Erie a couple of steps to the pole side. He crowns the plate, a slightly open stance, and Hernandez delivers. Fastball missing low and outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Erie has done better, though, against right-hand pitching this season, and that proved big in last night's contest. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Flashed foul the other way, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Rick Forney had mentioned during the dugout show that played into his decision to bring in Brendan Lafferty, even though Erie was at the plate with a runner on base as a right-hand batter. He's hitting .287, very good against righties, but just 8 for 37 on the year against lefties, an average of .216. Swing and a miss and a good changeup outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. And as it turned out, on the first pitch from Brendan Lafferty, Erie bounced one out to short, and Tyler Kuhn started a 6-4-3 double play that ended the inning and kept the Goldeyes 7-5 lead intact. 1-2 the count. Hernandez delivers. Changeup high and outside, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. 23 degrees Celsius this evening, 73 Fahrenheit. Humidity of just 38% with partly cloudy skies and winds of just 3 kilometers per hour out of the southwest. The 2-2 to Erie. Swing and a miss. He got him on a changeup, and the inning is over. Second strikeout of the night for Nick Hernandez, and he sets Kansas City down 1-2-3. Nothing across. Middle of the second at Shaw Park. No score on Jewel 101.
It's the windup, and here's the pitch. Right in the mouth.
I think he lost the tooth there.
Sure looks that way. I bet he's glad he's covered by Manitoba Blue Cross. Big dental bill there.
Just like sports, life can throw you a curveball. And while provincial health care doesn't cover ambulance rides, dental care, or all prescription drugs, Manitoba Blue Cross has coverage options to keep you in the game.
Manitoba Blue Cross, the color of caring.
Visit mb.bluecross.ca to find out more.
The Goldeyes Field of Dreams Foundation supports children's charities in Manitoba. I'm Tony Fletcher, Foundation President, urging you to get involved with the Fillmore Riley Case for Kids program by pledging a dollar amount per Goldeyes strikeout. Or show your support by picking up a Goldeyes license plate from your local auto pack dealer. The foundation receives $30 from each one sold. Thanks to you, the Field of Dreams Foundation has donated more than $1.6 million to children's charities since 1995.
Boys never outgrow their need for toys. The toys just get bigger. Metro Center, Winnipeg store for all things trailer, can help you take your toys anywhere you want to go. Trailers, parts, hitches, Metro Center has it all. Plus, you'll earn Air Miles reward miles with every purchase. Over 4,000 square feet of trailer parts, truck accessories, online ordering, knowledgeable staff, trailer service. Everything you need to haul your toys is at your Winnipeg trailer store. Metro Center, 620 Nairn. Visit metrotrailers.ca.
And now, back to Winnipeg Goldeyes baseball on Jewel 101.
Come celebrate your birthday Goldeyes style. Partygoers receive a souvenir, hot dog, potato chips, and soft drink, plus birthday cake and mini donuts to enjoy in the stands, courtesy of Little Orbit's Mini Donuts. The guest of honor also receives a birthday card, Goldeyes baseball, photo with Goldie, happy birthday, PA announcement during the game, and more. Parties are just $16 per person based on a minimum of 10 guests. Call the Goldeyes office at 982 base to book your next birthday bash. No score, bottom half of the second. Nick Hernandez looked very impressive in the top half. Kyle Lavore back to work. Ray Sadler leads off in the first pitch. Fastball just above the letters outside. It's 1 ball and 0 strikes. Lavore in 13 pitches set the Goldeyes down in order on 3 straight groundouts in the bottom half of the first. Ray Sadler had a big sacrifice fly in the win last night. Here's the 1-0 pitch. High fly ball deep down the left field line. Looking up is Wiley, and it is gone! Ray Sadler rips his 9th home run of the season. A line shot down the left field line, and the Goldeyes take a 1-0 lead in the bottom half of the second. Well, he went deep against Kyle Lavore in spring training, and he hits one here in the regular season to give the Goldeyes an early lead. 9th homer of the year for Sadler and his 27th run batted in. And that home run by Ray Sadler brought to you by Home Run Sports. We've got you covered from prospect to pro. Here's Donnie Webb, switch hitter from the left side, and he takes a fastball at the knees for a strike. It's 0-1. Our Home Run Sports home run winner is Jeff Fullerton. Congratulations, Jeff. Stop by Home Run Sports to receive your $20 gift card. Here's the 0-1. Fastball just outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Goldeyes fans can enter to win all season long by visiting Home Run Sports located on Bishop Grandin, 1 block west of La Jamodier. Home Run Sports, get ready for your game. The 1-1 pitch, line shot, base hit through the right field. Donnie Webb rips one between first and second. And Winnipeg has Webb on first with nobody out here in the second inning. So a couple of hard hit balls against Kyle DeVore. Reggie Abercrombie stepping up. Abercrombie a couple of big hits last night, hitting .267, 9 homers, tied for 5th in the league. And he has 27 runs batted in. 1-0 Goldeyes in the bottom of the second. Winnipeg is trying to win an 8th consecutive ball game, which would tie them for the 3rd longest winning streak in franchise history. Webb tied for first in the league with 17 stolen bases, and he had one last night. The pitch by DeVore, swinging a ground ball towards the left, past the diving Schwaner, a base hit to left field. Webb makes the turn as Schwaner had to hustle back towards the bag, and Webb will hold at second. So Abercrombie pulls a single between third and short, and it's first and second, still nobody out. Goldeyes threatening for a lot more offense. Brock Bond, hot of the plate, is now stepping up. Bond, in his first 10 games with the Goldeyes, 9 for 28, a .321 average, no home runs, and 5 runs batted in. He drew a big walk, and it wasn't just the fact that he was able to work his way on base yet again. In fact, he's now walked 10 times in 10 games with the Goldeyes. During that rally in the bottom of the 5th, he saw 8 pitches before getting the free pass, and that seemed to wear down T-Bone starter Rick Zagoni. The next batter, Luis Allen, would come up with a big 2-out RBI single that got the Goldeyes within a run. 2 on, nobody out. The pitch to Bond, and it's a fastball on the outside corner for a strike. 0-1. Brock Bond, a lifetime .300 hitter against right-handed pitching. A .302 hitter against lefties, almost perfectly even splits for the career switch hitter. The set for the right-hander DeVore, and the 0-1 pitch, high and tight, almost hit him. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Kyle DeVore, originally drafted by the Texas Rangers, a 27th round pick in 2011 out of Sacramento City College in his home state of California. He went 9-0 during his sophomore year with a 2.63 ERA. He'd spent a couple of years in the Rangers chain, getting as high as High E Myrtle Beach. The 1-1 pitch. Line drive towards left center. That's in for a base hit. Donnie Webb heading for third. He'll get the stop sign from Rick Forney. Abercrombie goes to second. A clean single the other way for Brock Bond. And the Goldeyes have the bases loaded with nobody out. So 4 batters have come to the plate in this inning, and they have all stung the ball against the right-hander Kyle DeVore. And the Goldeyes, with the bases full and no one down, their veteran backstop stepping up, and this will prompt Bill Sobey to go out and have an early time with a 23-year-old right-hander, Kyle DeVore. DeVore's final year in the Ranger system was 2012, and he had a good season. He worked 72 innings for the High A Carolina League's Myrtle Beach Pelicans. He had an ERA of just 3.50, but he was let go by Texas. So last year, he had the opportunity to pitch at home in the Pacific Association, a startup independent league on the west coast of the United States. And he played for a team called the San Rafael Pacifics in San Rafael, California. In 13 starts, he went 8-3 for San Rafael with an ERA of 3.46. And that included a game in which he gave up 11 earned runs. If you take that out, along with the 4 innings that he had worked on June 2nd of last year, his season ERA would have been just 2.48. So Donnie Webb is on third, Reggie Abercrombie on second, Brock Bond on first. Allen swings, lines one into right field for a base hit. Webb will score. Abercrombie stops at third. Bond goes to second. It's an RBI single to right field for Luis Allen. The 5th straight hit by the Goldeyes to begin the bottom half of the second. And it's 2-0 Winnipeg against the Kansas City T-Bones, and it's still bases loaded with nobody out. So Luis Allen pokes the first pitch for a single to right field, his 18th RBI of the year, and his 25th lifetime run batted in just 30 games against the Kansas City T-Bones. Now here comes Ryan Pineda. Bases loaded and still no one down. It's Abercrombie on third, Bond on second, and Allen on first. Kyle DeVore hoping to get a ground ball of some sorts. He got 3 of them in the first. It's been almost nothing but line drives by the Goldeyes here in the bottom half of the second. The corners play in, middle infield back. Pineda, a right-handed batter. And the first pitch, swinging a foul straight back. And it's no balls and 1 strike. DeVore is officially placed on the disabled list on May 13th, 2 days before the regular season opener. And he did not come back until June 9th, his first official appearance of the year. June 12th, he worked in relief at Wichita. He is now making a third consecutive start, coming off a solid outing against the Gary South Shore Railcats. Fastball low and inside, 1 ball and 1 strike. On Sunday in Kansas City, he went 5 innings and a no decision. Allowed 5 runs, 3 earned and 7 hits. And the T-Bones eventually won 7-6 to sweep the 3-game series. Runners take a lead from all 3 bases. Kyle DeVore out of the stretch. And the 1-1 pitch. Fastball just outside and low. And with the Goldeyes having Kyle DeVore on the ropes right now, John Mazzarelli already gets a right-hander warming up inside of the bullpen. 2-0 Winnipeg, bottom half of the second. Goldeyes have come out firing once again on offense. Bases full, no one down. It's 2-1 on Ryan Pineda. The right-hander deals. Breaking ball grounded up the middle, base hit through to center field. Abercrombie scores. Here comes Bond. Go to the plate by Cousdale is not in time. Bond scores, and it's 4-0 Goldeyes in the bottom half of the second. Ryan Pineda on a sharp ground ball singles to center field, a drive in his 21st and 22nd of the year. 6 consecutive hits by the Goldeyes. Pineda drives in Abercrombie and Bond, and it's first and second and still nobody out. Cousdale made a strong throw to the plate. Erie had it, but it was just a step behind as Bond was able to score standing up. Here's Tyler Kuhn, who grounded out to second base his first time up. So the right-hander warming continues to get ready in earnest. Still no one down in the bottom of the second. 4 runs have crossed the plate in support of Nick Hernandez. The pitch, breaking ball low, boxed away from Erie. And no advance off second by Luis Allen. It started with a solo shot from Ray Sadler, and since then, Webb, Abercrombie, Bond, Allen, and Pineda have collected singles all in succession, with Allen and Pineda combining for 3 runs batted in. 1 ball and no strikes on Tyler Kuhn. 4-0 Winnipeg. Allen on second, Pineda on first. The pitch by DeVore. Swinging a ground ball to the right side, fielded by Espinoza, goes to second for 1, and no relay by Hudson back to first. Luis Allen goes to third base, and the T-Bones are able to get the first out here in the bottom half of the second. A sharp one-hopper in front of David Espinoza. He fired to the shortstop, Hudson, in time to get the force play on Pineda, so Tyler Kuhn is safe at first. Josh Mazzola now stepping up 0 for 1. He grounded a shortstop in the bottom half of the first inning. DeVore enjoyed pitching in San Rafael last season, and the opportunity to have a lot of family and friends come and watch him while pitching for the Pacific, something that he didn't have the opportunity to enjoy during his time in the Rangers organization, especially pitching way in the east coast of the United States in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. The pitch, slider on the outside corner, 0-1. In fact, his father had taken early morning shifts at his job so that at nighttime he could come and watch Kyle pitch for the San Rafael Pacifics. 0-1 the count with runners on the corners and 1 away. A toss to first, and Kuhn, who's a base running threat, dives back ahead of the tag from David Espinoza. Kuhn 6 for 7 in steals this year. Brian Erie behind the plate is 6 out of 43 in throwing out base stealers. That is a success rate of 14%. Righty against righty, Mazzola wide open stance. The pitch, high pop-up behind short, tough play. Out goes Hudson. Hudson backpedaling, he's under it, makes the catch. Allen holds at third, and Kuhn will retreat back to first. So there's 2 men down, and that'll bring up Casey Harther, the 9th man up in the inning. Harther grounded out to shortstop in the bottom half of the first, and he'll have another opportunity to try and hit safely in a 14th consecutive game. He entered tonight the league's best hitter, .399, which was good for a 43-point lead over Gary South Shore's Drew Martinez. Right-hand batter holds the bat high up. The pitch, fastball knee-high in the outside corner, and it's no balls and 1 strike. In his hometown of Wilton, California, Kyle DeVore during the offseason works with his brother at a local grocery store. Pass the time and stay in shape. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Slider runs off the plate outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. And now he is pitching for the Kansas City T-Bones. John Mazzarelli excited to bring on Kyle DeVore, and although he's had a rough inning here, he's off to a good start after coming off the DL. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Fastball outside, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Ray Sadler, who opened this inning with a solo home run, is waiting on deck. 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Goldeyes. No runs, 1 hit, and no errors for the T-Bones. Allen is on third. Kuhn is on first and 2 outs. Now DeVore steps and tosses to first. Again, Kuhn's able to dive back safe. Kyle DeVore is making his 4th appearance on the road, his 2nd road start. His first came in, of all places, Amarillo. But believe it or not, DeVore is actually very good in the start at Sox Stadium. No earned runs in 6 innings pitched. Arthur swings and loops it foul off to the right side. And the count is 2-2 in the Goldeyes first baseman. 5 homers and 26 driven in this year. It is just unbelievable when you look at the number of multi-hit games that Arthur has this season. 22 in 42 games overall, more than half. Here's the 2-2 pitch inside. He had to turn out of the way, and it's now 3-2. Tyler Kuhn will get the automatic start on first. Goldeyes 4, T-Bones nothing. Last of the second at Shaw Park. The runners leading first and third base. DeVore brings the hands together. Espinosa is holding on Kuhn. Here's the set. Runner goes, and the pitch. Line drive towards right center field. Coming on Sabatella. Won't get it. It'll drop in for a base hit. Allen scores. Kuhn goes to third. An RBI single to right field for Casey Arthur, who is now at safely in 14 consecutive games. And the Goldeyes take a 5-0 lead over Kansas City in the bottom half of the second. DeVore made a pretty good pitch. He challenged him inside with a fastball in 3-2, but Arthur has that pretty swing from the right side of the plate, inside out of that to shallow right field in front of Brian Sabatella. And now Ray Sadler will step up, so Arthur will take a 14-game hitting streak in a Fargo tomorrow night when the Goldeyes play the Redhawks at Newman Outdoor Field. First and third and 2 men down for Casey, his 27th RBI this year. Sadler homered earlier in this inning. He takes a fastball low. It gets away from Erie. Here comes Kuhn. And Kuhn scores standing up with a Goldeyes 6th run. A fastball low and inside. That broke off the mid of Brian Erie. They'll score that a passed ball. And the Goldeyes lead 6-0 over the T-Bones here in the bottom half of the second. That, for the moment, will be an unearned run. And Casey Arthur on that same passed ball will take second base. So a runner on second. And 2 men down. 6 runs for the Goldeyes in the bottom half of the second. And it's 1 ball and no strikes under Ray Sadler. DeVore comes set at the letters. Erie setting up outside. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Slider on the outside corner, and it's 1-1. On a 1-0 count to lead off this inning, Sadler ripped one over the left field fence. His 9th homer of the year to tie with Reggie Abercrombie for the team lead. Here's the 1-1. Slider low and outside. Good block by Brian Erie, and it's now 2 balls and a strike. We had mentioned that back in early May, these two teams played a couple of spring training games at Community America Ballpark. The Goldeyes got to Kyle DeVore for 8 runs in 3 innings, including a 2-run shot from Ray Sadler. And this is almost a replication of that spring training game here at Shaw Park. Goldeyes are trying to sweep the 3-game series. The pitch hit in the air to right field. In comes Sabatella, still coming on. Sabatella's there, makes the catch, and the side is retired. But the Goldeyes send 10 men to the plate. They score 6 runs on 7 hits. There is 1 left on at the end of 2 at Shaw Park. It is 6-0 Goldeyes on Jewel 101.
Things you'll never hear a Cambrian Credit Union member say.
Oh, I just love paying service fees.
My high mortgage rate is amazing.
Yes, I'll pay $1.50 to use this ATM.
With Cambrian Credit Union's great rates and free banking through the UnFee, Cambrian members won't say these things. With a full range of hassle-free financial services, they're here for Manitobans. Cambrian Credit Union, building strong financial foundations for making dreams come true.
Save on your next energy bill with helpful tips from Manitoba Hydro. Even small changes can make a big impact on the environment. Install dimmer switches on the lights you use most often to control exactly how much light and electricity you use. Unplug your cell phone chargers once they finish charging. Chargers continue to draw energy even after your device is fully charged. And whenever possible, use cold water for laundry. For more ways to conserve energy, visit hydro.mb.ca.
Step into Cub Bakery and you'll feel like you've come home. Cub Bakery, the oldest rye bread bakery in the city. has been making Winnipeg-style rye bread using virtually the same recipe since 1923. But they make so much more than their signature rye. Pick up fresh hearth and pan breads, pastries, and buns, all baked with care to ensure you and your family enjoy only the highest of quality. One taste and you'll understand why they're a Winnipeg tradition. Cub Bakery, always fresh.
And now, back to Winnipeg Goldeyes baseball on Jewel 101.
Get your group of 25 or more together for a Goldeyes game. Our group packages suit everyone from a family gathering to the team at work that wants to share in the experience of exciting Goldeyes baseball. These packages are full of benefits just for your group. Seating is available in all areas of Shaw Park. Call our group department at 982-BASE and let one of our event experts look after the details of your next outing. Don't forget to ask about our group picnic packages or the Goldeyes patio deck. Daryl Hudson, a switch hitter right-handed, takes a first pitch fastball for a strike from Nick Hernandez. And the count is 0-1. Goldeyes lead 6-0. Next pitch, a changeup outside, and it's 1-1 strike. Hudson, Coosdale, and Middlestad, 8-9-1 due up. Hernandez winds on the 1-1 pitch. Fastball high, 2 balls and a strike on the shortstop, Daryl Hudson, hitting .246 on the year, no homers and 7 driven in. He is 6 for 14 in his last 4 games, an average of .429. The 2-1 pitch, swinging a high chopper, tough play. Hernandez moving over, and it's going to bounce along the line. It's staying fair. Mazzola lets it roll, and it will stay just fair inside the line for an infield single. That's about as odd a bounce as you'll find. Looked like it came off part of home plate, bounced high into the air. Hernandez charged the line. It came down fair about halfway and then rolled another 30 or so feet. Going about 80 feet from home, and it stopped with no side spin to it. So there was no opportunity to make a play at first. The only hope is for Mazzola to let that ball roll foul, and somehow it stayed fair a couple inches inside of the line. So an infield single for Daryl Hudson. The Goldeyes put a 6 spot on Kyle DeVore in the bottom half of the second, and they lead 6-0 here in the third. Fastball low and away to Robbie Coosdale. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Coosdale, a right-hand batter, 198 this year. 2 homers and 13 driven in. He has done better against left-hand pitching. 8 for 34, a .235 average. Fastball taken low, and it's now 2 balls and no strikes. It started with a Ray Sadler solo home run. Luis Allen had an RBI single. Ryan Pineda a 2-run single. Harther had an RBI single, and the final run came across on a passed ball. Hudson, a short lead at first. He does have good speed, 4 for 6 in steals. The pitch, swinging another chopper left side, tough play, and this one's going to go foul. Mazzola gloves it quick before it has the opportunity to come back in a fair territory. So it's 2 balls and 1 strike on Robbie Coosdale. Winnipeg is trying to win an 8th consecutive ball game. The longest winning streaks in franchise history, a pair of 10-game streaks. One in 2009, the other in 2004. And 3 other times in franchise history, the Goldeyes have won 8 in a row. The last of which, remember, this win tonight. You can take your game ticket to any of the 7 Sal's Express locations to receive a free Winnie Dog with the purchase of fries. The offer is valid for 7 days following the win, courtesy of Salisbury House. 1 offer per ticket, per person, per visit. Not valid at Shaw Park. Runner goes, swinging a grounder to the right, backhanded by Harther, and he'll take it to first base himself. So Daryl Hudson took off, trailing 6-0, and it ends up helping out the T-Bones. Middlestad had a ground ball towards first. Casey Harther made a nice backhand play and a short hop, and he took it to first base for the second out. So Daryl Hudson is on second with 2 men down. Brian Sabatello, who had a hard double to left center field his first time up, will step to the plate. That's the second time in the game that TJ Middlestad has grounded out unassisted to Casey Harther over at first. And for all the great work that he has done at the plate, Harther, the league's leading batter, entering tonight. And he already has another RBI single in this game. Harther has done an excellent job defensively at first.
Coming. When life throws you a curveball, Ranger Insurance will protect what's important to you. Whether it's home, life, auto, or commercial, they have a plan that fits your needs. Ranger Insurance, putting relationships first. For the protection you deserve, visit rangerinsurance.ca.
Princess Auto is for the real men. Men who like to get their hands dirty. Men who like to work from the ground up and use the best tools and equipment for the job. Real do-it-yourself men who know an air filter from a fuel pump. Men who walk into Princess Auto and feel like a kid in a candy store. Princess Auto. Everything a man needs to get the job done right. A unique world of equipment, tools, and more. Visit PrincessAuto.com for sales, specials, and more.
Hey, you're looking red and shiny today.
Ah, it's just the burger sweats, babe.
That's not normal.
Nah, it's cool. I read the nutrition fact things like you said. I've got enough sodium for like 3 days.
It's easy to make the healthy choice at Jugo Juice. Jugo Juice smoothies are made with real fruit and veggies, 100% fruit juice with no added sugar, and no sorbet fillers or purees. So whatever you order, it's loaded with the good stuff. Stop by Jugo Juice at Shaw Park or Polo Park.
And now, back to Winnipeg Goldeyes baseball on Jewel 101.
6-0 Goldeyes, bottom half of the third. Nice job by Nick Hernandez to get around an infield single. And he has kept the T-Bones off the board over the first three. Donnie Webb will lead things off, switch hitter left-handed. Kyle DeVore is back to work. And the first pitch, Webb swings and hits it foul the other way. It's no balls and one strike. Donnie, part of the rally in the second. After Sadler hit the home run down the left field line, Donnie Webb pulled a single on a hard line drive through the right side. He would eventually come home on an RBI single from Luis Allen. It was part of a stretch of 6 consecutive base hits. Fastball on the outside corner at the knees, 0-2. Webb came in at .272, 5 homers and 20 runs batted in. And he has now scored 21 runs in his last 23 games played. The righty winds. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball check swing. Strike 3 called in the outside corner. A slider, almost a cut fastball, a very sharp blade break. Not a ton of depth to it, but had just enough action to nick the outside corner. That was a good pitch by Kyle DeVore, and there's one man down. It'll be interesting to watch the young righty Kyle DeVore for the remainder of the night. Despite giving up all those hits, 6 runs and 7 hits in the second, he only threw 28 pitches. So his pitch count is still at a manageable rate right now, and he could perhaps give John Mazzarelli some length through the middle innings. Reggie Abercrombie singled through the left side his first time up, and he rips one down the left field line. That's a fair ball rolling towards the corner. Abercrombie around first. Abercrombie heading for second base, and he'll get there standing up as Wiley just dug the ball out of the left field corner. So Abercrombie is now 2 for 2, continues to swing a hot bat. 1-out double, and Abercrombie's on second for Brock Bond.
Number 9, Brock Bond.
The T-Bones had a righty warming up during the 6-run second for the Goldeyes. Looks like he has since sat down. Runner on second, 1 away. Brock Bond lined a single over the reach of the shortstop. Darrell Hudson back in the second. A switch hitter from the left side. Bond crowds the plate. Here's the set from Kyle DeVore. In the first pitch, ground ball out towards shortstop. Hudson fields, he turns, goes to third. Abercrombie is out at third base. Ground ball hit to the left side. Abercrombie tried to cross from second to third. Hudson was able to grab it, and he throws to the third baseman, Nick Schwaner. 6-5 on the fielder's choice, and Bond is safe at first. Now there's 2 men down. Luis Allen stepping up. Allen came up with the bases full and nobody out in the second, and lined a single to right field to give the Goldeyes a 2-0 lead. Allen would later come home on an RBI single from Casey Arthur. Winnipeg now has 8 base hits against the right-hander Kyle DeVore. Outfield medium depth and straightaway. Bond with good speed on first. The pitch, fastball taken low and outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Allen came in at .254, no homers and 17 runs batted in. And a very productive night in the second game of this series. 2 hits and RBI, and a key sacrifice bunt in the bottom half of the 7th. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Allen rips it down the left field line. That drops in foul. Missed by about a foot to the left of the line. It's now 1 ball and 1 strike. Good swing by Luis Allen. Ryan Pineda on deck at 6 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the Goldeyes. No runs, 2 hits, no errors for the T-Bones. The in-game line score brought to you by Culligan Water. Better water, pure and simple. Culligan Water has been locally owned and operated since 1956, serving Winnipeg and the surrounding areas. Contact them at drinkculligan.com. Now a step and a toss to first. Bond dives back ahead of the tag from Espinosa. Bond is 2 for 2 in stolen bases as a member of the Winnipeg Goldeyes. 6-0 Goldeyes here in the last of the third. Right-hand pitcher, right-hand batter. Allen crowds the plate. The right-hander comes set, tosses over again. And again, Bond is able to slide back under the tag. The Goldeyes have won 7 games in a row, and they have been able to find wins in many different ways. And going back to the final game in New Jersey, the Goldeyes have won 12 of their last 14. Here's the 1-1 pitch, way inside of the fastball. Allen had to move his feet back. It's now 2 balls and 1 strike at the Goldeyes backstop. Kansas City came into this series playing some of their best baseball of the year. They were on a season-high 4-game winning streak and had moved above 500 for the first time since very early in the season. The 2-1 to Allen. Swing and a miss at a curveball low and in. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Winnipeg beat Kansas City in the opener of this series on Tuesday. Held on for a 5-3 win on Canada Day, and then came from behind last night to win 7-5. Brock Bond is the runner on first and 2 men down. 2-2 on Luis Allen. DeVore comes set. Now he tosses over again, and again Brock Bond gets back safe. DeVore, during his 2012 year in the Carolina League, high A ball with the Myrtle Beach Pelicans, he worked 72 innings in 23 appearances, and the majority of those 23 games came out of the bullpen. The 2-2 pitch, swinging a ground ball up the middle. Hudson can't get a base hit through to center field. Bond makes the turn. He's going to go to third as Cousdale was slow fielding the ball, and Winnipeg has runners on the corners with 2 men down for Ryan Pineda. Brock Bond was going to stop at second base, but he saw that Robbie Cousdale didn't charge in that ground ball single. Luis Allen is now 2 for 2. So a heads-up play by Brock Bond, and that'll put some pressure on Brian Erie, the catcher, who's already been charged with 1 passed ball tonight. That is the 9th hit already for the Winnipeg Goldeyes. Brock Bond is on third, and Luis Allen is on first. Ryan Pineda singled home 2 runs with a sharp grounder up the middle in the bottom half of the second. Allen held at first as shortly. The pitch, and Pineda grounds one through the left side for a base hit. Bond will score. Allen goes to second, and it's 7-0 Winnipeg in the bottom half of the third. Ryan Pineda 2 for 2. He picks up his 3rd RBI of the night and his 23rd this season. And the Goldeyes scratch out a 2-out run as Pineda comes through once again out of the 9th spot. Pineda now with 14 driven in his last 19 games played. And now it's first and second. Allen stopped at second base. 2 away for Tyler Kuhn. Kuhn is 0 for 2, a ground out of fielder's choice in which he reached, and he would later score on the passed ball. The right-hander comes set in the first pitch to Kuhn. Fastball on the outside corner for a strike, and it's 0-1. We are only in the bottom half of the third, and Tyler Kuhn already hitting for a 3rd time tonight. 7-0 thanks to the 2-out RBI single from Ryan Pineda. The right-hander comes set. And the 0-1 pitch. Kuhn swings and hits it foul the other way, 0-2. And you go back to that play by Robbie Cousdale in center. Did not charge in hard on that single from Luis Allen, and Bond took full advantage going to third base. Now with 2 outs, Bond probably would have scored from second base anyway on that same hit by Ryan Pineda to left. That was also a ground ball single, but the fact that Cousdale didn't charge that ball as he should have, Bond gets to third and he scores pretty much automatically on the hit by Ryan Pineda. 2 on and 2 out. The pitch, breaking ball outside, gets stopped by Brian Erie, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. So the T-Bones down by 7. Tyler Kuhn, a left-hand batter, came through in a huge way last night with 2 outs. A .303 career hitter with 2 outs and men in scoring position. This is now the 7th year professional ball for Tyler Kuhn, who has been as high as AAA. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball high and outside, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. He entered the game hitting .344, 4th best in the American Association, and looking to extend his hitting streak to 8 in a row. He had a 10-game streak earlier this season. Allen the runner on second, Pineda the runner on first. And the 2-2 pitch, way outside of the changeup, 81 miles an hour. And Tyler Kuhn once again goes from 0-2 to a full count. Now the right-hander starts to warm up again inside of the T-Bones bullpen. Force on the infield for Kansas City. First and second and 2 outs. DeVore looks in and get the sign from Brian Erie. Now the right-hander comes set. Runners will get the automatic start. A look towards second base. They go, the 3-2 pitch. Swinging a ground ball towards the middle. Hudson dives, he knocks it down. He gets up, no play though at third. And now the Goldeyes caught on a rundown. Pineda heading for third, and he is tagged out by Nick Schwaner. A tough break there to finish up the inning. And we'll see the officials scoring. The runners both coming around. Allen heading for the plate. He ended up stopping just coming around third, and then Pineda rounded second, and he is thrown out by Daryl Hudson, 6-4 on the fielder's choice. Winnipeg gets 1 run in the inning, 3 hits. There were 2 left on base, and at the end of 3 at Shaw Park, it is 7-0 Goldeyes on Jewel 101.
The real estate news is online and connected. Connected to the latest MLS listings wherever you are. Print, online, mobile. It's in your hands. Visit WinnipegRealEstateNews.com. The real estate news is online and connected. Connected to the latest MLS listings wherever you are. Print, online, mobile. It's in your hands. Visit WinnipegRealEstateNews.com.
It's a quiet evening at the lake. You can hear the birds singing before bed. The gentle waves. It doesn't get any better than this. Unless you add Archangel Fireworks to your night. Having a birthday? Amp it up with fireworks. Family reunion? Nothing says we missed you like a crackling peony exploding in the sky. Typical Wednesday? You guessed it. You need Archangel Fireworks. 104 Pembina Highway.
Support your own, the Goldeyes. And Fort Garry Brewing. Located right here in Winnipeg, Fort Garry Brewing is Manitoba's #1 brewery, crafting a full spectrum of delicious beers and ales, including the award-winning Fort Garry Dark and the fan-favorite Fort Garry Pale, both of which are available at Shaw Park, so cheer on the home team. Fort Garry Brewing, Manitoba made, Manitoba's own.
And now, back to Winnipeg Goldeyes baseball on Jewel 101.
7-0 Winnipeg. We go to the top of the 4th here at Shaw Park. Tyler Kuhn will get credit for an infield single. The runners were in motion on the 3-2 pitch, and Daryl Hudson made a heck of a stop to knock that ball down, diving to his left side. And what happened was Luis Allen saw that Hudson had grabbed that ball. He stopped about 5 steps around third. Pineda, though, had kept running around second, so Allen then went for the plate to give Pineda at least a shot to get to third. He was eventually, though, thrown out by Daryl Hudson. First pitch in the way to Byron Wiley, is hit in the air towards right. Moving over is Donnie Webb. And, David Espinoza hitting that ball out towards right field, and Donnie Webb makes the catch near the right field line. So a 1-pitch out, and Nick Hernandez gets the leadoff man for a 3rd time in 4 innings. Byron Wiley now steps to the plate 0 for 1. He grounds it out to second base in the top half of the 2nd. The out-of-town scoreboard is brought to you by Manitoba Blue Cross, the color of caring. Tonight at 7:05 in Midway Stadium, the St. Paul Saints take on the Fargo Moorhead Redhawks in the rubber match of that 3-game series. Wiley takes a fastball at the knees for a strike. It's 0-1. At 7:05 in Sioux City, Iowa, the Explorers host the Wichita Wingnuts at Lewis and Clark Park. Tonight at 7:05 in Sioux Falls, the Canaries host the Gary South Shore Railcats. The 0-1 pitch, fastball letter high in the outside corner, and the count is 0-2. Then tonight at 7:30, the Laredo Lemurs play host to the Lincoln Salt Dogs at Unitrade Stadium in Laredo, Texas. Here in the top of the 4th in Winnipeg, 7-0 Goldeyes over Kansas City. Slider line drive to left field, and that's going to drop in front of Ray Sadler for a base hit. An opposite field single for Byron Wiley, weighted back, and a good slider from Nick Hernandez, and singles the other way in the 0-2 count. Runner on first and 1 down. Johnny Kaplan will step to the plate just to finish up that play by Kuhn. All 3 runners ended up taking 1 base on that play, including Tyler Kuhn, who had reached first. So it is not a fielder's choice or a force play that finished up the inning. It is essentially just an out on the base paths, and Kuhn does get credit for an infield single. So he's now at safely an 8 in a row as Johnny Kaplan goes after the first pitch and fouls it off to the right side. The count is 0-1. Kaplan grounds it out to second base his first time up. The Goldeyes 7 runs, 11 hits, and no errors. The T-Bones no runs, 3 hits, and no errors. Byron Wiley, the runner on first base. Nick Hernandez comes set above the belt. And the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Couldn't hold it. A great changeup. Allen keeps it in front of the count. It's 0-2. Hernandez, over his last 5 starts, a record of 4-0 with a 1.83 earned run average. And he started in which he did not get a win. That was the no decision on June 18th against New Jersey. He was great in that effort, struck out a season-high 9 batters, and only gave up 2 earned runs in 7 innings. And that earned him Pitcher of the Month honors for the month of June. That was announced yesterday by the league office. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him in a changeup. Third strikeout for Nick Hernandez. Had Kaplan way in front. So now there's 2 outs. Byron Wiley is still on first. And Nick Schwaner will step to the plate 0-for-1. He fouled out to Josh Mazzola, who made a nice play going out towards the wall just to the left of the Goldeyes dugout. Gave it a little hip check as it reached over his shoulder and caught the pop fly reaching over the stands. Wiley on first and 2 men down. 7-0 Goldeyes, top of the 4th inning. Kansas City in danger of getting swept after sweeping the first place Railcats at home over the weekend. Here's the pitch, swinging a ground ball in front of second base. Bonfields, he'll go the long way to first, makes the throw on target, and Schwaner is retired, and the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, 1 runner left on base. Middle of the 4th at Shaw Park. It's 7-0 Goldeyes on Jewel 101.
This is Goldeyes Baseball on 100.7 CFJL, Jewel 101, Winnipeg.
We all love to save. Save time, save gas, save space. And what gives you the biggest smile is when you save money. But will your money save itself? Don't bank on it. Count on Steinbach Credit Union instead. With great savings rates that start paying interest from $1 and a wide range of GICs that make saving even easier, you'll be smiling from year to year. Want to save? Talk to SCU, because we're taking care of the world's most important money, yours.
Here's the pitch, and it's a grand slam! Here they come! Cans, juice boxes, glass and plastic bottles, into the bin!
The Winnipeg Goldeyes and Recycle Everywhere want you to swing for the fences and recycle all your empty beverage containers. They're full of potential and have thousands of uses beyond the landfill. Step up to the plate and pitch your drink containers into a recycling bin. Whether you're at home, work, school, or the ballpark, remember to recycle everywhere.
Go to bostonpizza.com and finger cook a meal the whole family will love. Don't waste your precious time cooking when you don't have to. We know you've got more important things to do, like watching sports highlights, stopping your kids from bumping into stuff, or simply taking a break from napping. And with over 100 menu items to choose from, everyone can get exactly what they want. To order, call 925-4111 or finger cook today at bostonpizza.com.
And now, back to Winnipeg Goldeyes Baseball on Jewel 101.
Bottom half of the 4th inning at Shaw Park. The Winnipeg Goldeyes in front of the Kansas City T-Bones by a score of 7-0. Kyle DeVore is finished. After 3 innings, he is charged with 7 runs, 6 of which are earned. The unearned run coming in the second on the 2-out pass ball charged to the catcher, Brian Erie. 7 runs, 6 earned in 3 innings. He allows 11 hits. He didn't walk a batter, and he struck out 1. DeVore threw 58 pitches in his 3 innings of work, and now right-hander Matt Smith will take over in a long relief role. This pitching change is brought to you by Johnson Waste Management. Call 452-0909. Matt Smith makes his 10th appearance of the year, his 5th out of the bullpen, 1-3 with a 7.76 ERA. 29 innings pitched, 38 hits, 13 walks, 13 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .333 against Matt Smith. Josh Mazzola leads things off in the first pitch. Fastball inside. It's 1 ball and 0 strikes. Mazzola, Harther, and Sadler 2, 3, and 4 due up, with the Goldeyes leading 7-0. Smith working out of the stretch with nobody on base. And the 1-0 pitch. Big swing and a miss and a high fastball, and the count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Smith, 6'6", just 195 pounds, a tall and skinny right-hander. A 27-year-old from Wichita, Kansas, and he played his college baseball at Wichita State University. Here's the set on the 1-1 pitch. Swinging a pop-up, shallow center field. Charging in is Robbie Cousdale. Out goes Middlestat, the second baseman, and Middlestat makes the catch. Mazzola is retired one out in the bottom half of the fourth. Trades and transactions brought to you by Prairie Safety Surfacing. Bounces like rubber, wears like a rock. Prairie Safety Surfacing, your authorized rubber rock dealer for Manitoba. Visit them at prairiesafetysurfacing.com. Earlier today, the St. Paul Saints officially signed pitcher Mackenzie King, who was with the Fargo-Moorhead Redhawks last season. And they let go of lefty Cole Nelson. Casey Harther takes a fastball high and inside. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Nelson was one of the top starters in the league last season for St. Paul. And didn't have bad numbers this year. He did get roughed up by the Redhawks a couple of nights ago. And he has been let go by the Saints. Harther swings and lines one past the dive of Schwader, a base hit through to left field. Casey Harther with another multiple hit game. He's now 2 for 3. And for Harther, that is 23 games with multiple hits in 43 games played this year. So Harther is on first with 1 man down. And that'll bring up Ray Sadler. We got the party started for the Goldeyes in the bottom of the second. A leadoff solo shot against the starter Kyle DeVore down the left field line. He would come up again later in that inning and fly out to right field. Smith out of the stretch, Harther on first, and 1 man down. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball taken low and outside. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Tomorrow evening, the Winnipeg Goldeyes will make their second trip of the year to Newman Outdoor Field in Fargo. First pitch is scheduled for 7:02. Matt Jackson will work on 3 days of rest. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Sadler. Slider, this one's on the outside corner at the knees. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. The Redhawks are to be announced with their starter. Saturday will be a 6 o'clock start. Chandler Barnard, fresh off his complete game against Fargo, faces lefty Jake Labor. Breaking ball low and inside for ball 2. And then on Sunday afternoon at 1, Ethan Hollingsworth faces right-hander Brian Ernst, who the Goldeyes have not yet seen in 2014. 7-0 Goldeyes, bottom half of the fourth. The 2-1 to Sadler. Another breaking ball down low, and it's blocked by Brian Erie. Now it's 3 balls and 1 strike. Matt Smith last worked on Saturday. He earned the victory in relief against the Gary South Shore Railcats with an inning and 2/3 scoreless. Right-hand pitcher, right-hand batter. Ray Sadler crowds the plate. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Swinging a ground ball left side, base hit beyond the reach of Nick Schwader. Harther goes to second, and the Goldeyes have first and second with 1 down. That's now 13 base hits for Winnipeg. And 8 of the starters have at least 1 already tonight. Here's Donnie Webb. Casey Harther is on second. Ray Sadler on first and 1 man down. Webb is 1 for 2. He had a single and a run scored during the 6-run second. And he took a called third strike on a pretty good cutter. Not quite sure if it was a slider maybe from Kyle DeVore. The only strikeout that he would record. That led off the bottom half of the third. Webb a switch hitter left-handed with Casey Harther on second and Ray Sadler on first base. He crowds the plate from the left side. Outfield shades him a few steps the other way. Smith, the tall righty, comes set. And the first pitch, Webb, it's a high fly ball, pretty deep right. Sabatella going back, has room by the track, circles in, makes the catch. Tagging at second as Harther, he holds after a couple of steps. Sabatella makes a good cutoff throw to Daryl Hudson at short. And now there's 2 men down with Reggie Abercrombie stepping up. Abercrombie 2 for 2. A hard ground ball single in the bottom of the second. Then he doubled down the left field line in the bottom half of the third. So Kyle DeVore is on the hook, having allowed 7 runs to the Goldeyes on 11 hits in 3 innings. Matt Smith began the year in the starting rotation. He had mixed results, but he's pitched well since getting moved to the bullpen by John Mazzarelli. 2 on and 2 out for Reggie Abercrombie. A look towards second base and the first pitch. Fastball broken, that liner off the glove of Smith. Charging in Hudson, he barehands, throws to first, and it's not in time. Abercrombie beats it out, and the Goldeyes have the bases full. Reggie is now 3 for 3, shattered his bat off the hands, and the liner floated out towards the mound. Smith reached across his body, but it broke off the edge of the glove, then behind the mound. And by the time Hudson made the barehand pickup and tried the throw to first, Abercrombie was crossing the bag. So an infield single. And the Goldeyes have the bases full for Brock Bond, who is 1 out of 2 with a couple of runs scored. Casey Harther is on third base, Ray Sadler on second, and Reggie Abercrombie is on first. The set from the righty and the pitch. Bond swings and fouls one back. Got tied up with a fastball on the hands. And it's 0-1. Bond singled during the 6-run second. He'd come home with a 2-run hit by Ryan Pineda. He reached on a fielder's choice in the third and was again driven in by Pineda when he singled to left with 2 outs. Runners lead all 3 bases. The 0-1 pitch hit foul the other way. And the count is 0-2. 14 hits in less than 4 full team at bats tonight for the Winnipeg Goldeyes. They lead 7-0, have a 2-out opportunity here. Matt Smith signed just after the season began on May 20th. The righty is set, and the 0-2 to Bond. Fastball high and outside, 91 miles an hour, and the count is 1-2 strikes. He played 3 seasons at Wichita State, one of the top collegiate programs in the NCAA, and was drafted by the Dodgers following his junior year in 2008, a 22nd round pick. 1-2 pitch, breaking ball outside and low, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. 7 runs, 14 hits, no errors for the Winnipeg Goldeyes. No runs, 3 hits, and no errors for the Kansas City T-Bones. Bases full and 2 outs. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a bouncer foul off his hands. So it's still 2-2. There are a number of current and former players in the American Association that played along with Matt Smith at Wichita State. They have had some tough years recently. 2008, really their last season where they were on the national landscape. And several of his former teammates, the Shockers, play at Wichita State, are either in affiliated ball or around the American Association. Most notably Chris Johnson, a former Kansas City T-Bone. The pitch, ground ball towards the middle, base hit through to center field. Harder scores. Here comes Ray Sadler. Here's a throw to the plate by Cousdale. It's not in time. Sadler scores standing up, and it's 9-0 Winnipeg in the bottom half of the 4th. Great at bat by Brock Bond. He fell behind early 0-2, worked the count even, and he smashes one under the leg of the pitcher, Matt Smith, and through to center field, a drive in 2 more 2-out runs. So Bond with his 2nd hit of the ball game. He drives in Harder and Sadler. Abercrombie stopping at 2nd, and Bond picks up his 6th and 7th RBIs as a member of Winnipeg. Here's Luis Allen, 2 for 2 with a run batted in and a run scored. A right-hand batter, the first pitch, fastball line the other way, foul, and the count is no balls and 1 strike. 9 runs on 15 hits, and we are still only in the bottom half of the 4th. This reminiscent of the ball game on Monday, the nightcap of the doubleheader against the Redhawks, where the Goldeyes won 15-1, setting a new season high for runs scored. Here's the 0-1 pitch, slider taken outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Chris Johnson having some great numbers for the Kansas City T-Bones a couple of years ago. Eventually got to the big leagues last year with the Minnesota Twins. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swinging a line shot. That's a base hit in the left field. Abercrombie into third. He's being waved around by Rick Forney. The throw to the plate is cut off. An RBI single to left for Luis Allen, who's now 3 for 3. And the Goldeyes have scored their 10th run already tonight. 10-0 Winnipeg in the bottom of the 4th. Allen with his 2nd RBI of the game and his 19th of the year. And all 3 runs here in the bottom of the 4th have been scored with 2 men down. The T-Bones of the quiet bullpen. Bill Sobey's going to go out to have a talk with the right-hander Matt Smith. The Goldeyes hitting everything thrown their way, and they faced a good pitcher to start tonight. Kyle DeVore entered with a 2.29 ERA, and they got him for 7 runs on 11 hits, and they have continued that hot offensive streak against Matt Smith here in the 4th. So Abercrombie scores from 2nd on the RBI single from Luis Allen. Brock Bond stops at 2nd base. A 3 for 3 game in just 4 innings for Luis Allen. And now Ryan Pineda, who's 2 for 2 with 3 runs batted in, steps to the plate. So Sobey with some words of encouragement for Matt Smith, trying to grind out 1 more out in the bottom half of the 4th. Pineda will be the 8th man up in the inning. The Goldeyes sent 10 men up in the 2nd. They had 7 in the 3rd, and now an 8th man will hit in the bottom half of the 4th. Ryan Pineda, a right-handed batter. Now 26 for 63 in his last 19 games played. That's a .413 clip. Here's the first pitch. Fastball low and outside, 1 ball and 0 strikes. Aaron Schaefer pitched for the Fargo-Moorhead Redhawks a couple of years ago. Another college teammate of Matt Smith's at Wichita State from 2006 through 2008. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Fastball low and outside for ball 2. And Anthony Capper, who nearly no-hit the Kansas City T-Bones earlier this season. Another alumnus of Wichita State that played with Matt Smith, Chris Johnson, and Aaron Schaefer. All very good pitchers. A look towards second base. And the 2-0 pitch. Fastball taken high and outside. 3 balls and 0 strikes. 10-0 Goldeyes are in the bottom half of the 4th. Winnipeg a big 6 spot in the 2nd. They added a run in the 3rd and now 3 more, all with 2 outs here in the 4th. Right-hander against right-hander. The 3-0 pitch. Fastball on the inside corner. 3 balls and 1 strike. Tyler Kuhn waiting on deck. If Pineda were to reach here, Kuhn would bat for a 4th time in 4 innings tonight. Outfield medium depth and straight away. The 3-1 pitch. Inside ball 4, that'll load the bases. Believe it or not, with all the offense scored tonight by Winnipeg, that is only the first walk given up by Kansas City pitching. So Pineda's on board for a 3rd time, and Tyler Kuhn, who had a grand slam in the opener of the doubleheader on Monday, the first for the Goldeyes this season, and it was Kuhn's first homer of the year, will get another crack with the bases full. He is 1 for 3. He was credited with an infield single on the odd play that ended the bottom half of the 3rd. First pitch, high, inside of the fastball. Kuhn leaned back, and it's 1 ball and 0 strikes. Smith with good stuff. He's been consistently 90 to 91 with his fastball in this inning. Bond on 3rd, Allen on 2nd. Pineda's on 1st and 2 outs. The set for the righty, and the 1-0 pitch. Line drive down the left field line, slicing towards the Goldeyes bullpen, and that will land out of play. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Kuhn has driven in 10 runs in his last 7 games. Goldeyes now with 16 hits as a team. They have 5 in this inning alone. Smith working out of the stretch. The 1-1 pitch. Kuhn swings. It's a high fly to center field. Cousdale drifting back. Still going back into his right. Reaches, makes the catch in the gap. And the inning is over. But the Goldeyes scored 3 more runs, all with 2 outs. There were 5 hits and 3 left on base. And at the end of 4 here at Shaw Park, it is 10-0 Goldeyes on Jewel 101.
My son loves hockey, but after a body check last season, I didn't think he would play. He slid hard into the boards. I was worried. We went to our family chiropractor. He set up a treatment plan, and his care was partly covered by Manitoba Health. Now, my son's back on the ice playing and enjoying every minute, even the practices. Thanks to our chiropractor for making life better.
Manitoba Chiropractors, making life better.
Is your vehicle's interior looking worn out? Don't sell it, detail it. The Chamois Car Wash and Detail Centers offer a wide variety of professional detailing services that will make your vehicle's interior look great again. From a small spot shampoo to a complete bumper-to-bumper cleaning. Packages start at only $64.95 and include a famous Chamois full-service car wash. No appointment necessary. Come into any of the 3 Chamois locations today. Waverly, Reinders, or St. James.
Water cooler's out.
Never fear! As a powerful elemental, I shall conjure forth a refreshing aquatic spring to quench our thirst. Just, give it a minute.
Clean, great-tasting drinking water isn't magic. It's Culligan. Culligan Water has been serving Winnipeg and surrounding areas for 58 years. As a member of the CBWA, you can count on their highly trained staff to deliver the best possible water treatment products and services, drinking water systems, and bottled water. Culligan Water. Better water. Pure and simple.
And now, back to Winnipeg Goldeyes baseball on Jewel 101.
Winnipeg Goldeyes baseball presented to you by MTS. Get unlimited internet in Manitoba on all your devices, only with MTS. Top of the 5th inning at Shaw Park. The Goldeyes scored 3 more runs in the bottom of the 4th, and they now lead the T-Bones 10-0. Brian Erie is set to lead things off. against lefty Nick Hernandez, who has been given plenty of support here. 10 runs on 16 hits, and all but one of the runs earned against the T-Bones pitching staff. Erie struck out swinging his first time up. The pitch, fastball on the outside corner at the knees, and the count is no balls and 1 strike. Erie, Hudson, and Coosdale 7, 8, and 9 due up. Left-hand pitcher, right-hand batter. Here's the 0-1 from Nick Hernandez. Fastball outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Tonight's trivia question is brought to you by the Place Louis Riel Suite Hotel in downtown Winnipeg. Place Louis Riel specializing in spacious executive suites. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss at a changeup in the dirt. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes on Brian Erie. Tonight's question, the last time the Goldeyes swept a multi-series homestand. July 21st through 26th of 2009. They went 6-0. 1-2 pitch, changeup, low and away. It's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Who are the 2 teams the Goldeyes swept to go 6-0 during that homestand in late July of 2009? The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. Came back with a fastball after back-to-back changeups. Nick Hernandez with his 4th strikeout tonight, and he gets the leadoff man for a 4th time in 5 innings. That brings up Daryl Hudson, who reached on an infield single in the top half of the 3rd. Call the Jewel 101 studio at 204-943-5250 with your answer for a chance to win a pair of tickets to an upcoming Goldeyes game. We'll have the correct answer later tonight. And again, who are the 2 teams the Goldeyes swept? The last time they swept a multi-series homestand, it was in July of 2009. First pitch on the way to Daryl Hudson is a fastball taken high and outside, and the count 1 ball and no strikes. So Winnipeg with a 10-0 lead in the top of the 5th. Hernandez to the windup, and the 1-0 pitch. That fastball's on the outside edge. 1-1. The Goldeyes, by the way, earlier announced the makeup dates for the 2 games against the St. Paul Saints, June 14th and 15th. Here's the 1-1. Fastball right down the middle at the knees. And the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-out, nobody on, top half of the 5th. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Change up high and outside, and the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. The Goldeyes will effectively play back-to-back doubleheaders. On Tuesday, July 15th, Winnipeg and St. Paul will resume the suspended game from June 14th. Now it's started by Chandler Barnard. Here's the 2-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. Got him at a changeup. Another strikeout for Nick Hernandez. That is 5 now tonight. And he has struck out the first 2 in the top half of the 5th inning. Robbie Coosdale stepping up 0 for 1. Tuesday, July 15th. That'll be the 3rd series of the upcoming homestand when the Goldeyes get back from Fargo. They'll start in the bottom half of the 3rd, excuse me. There was a runner on second and 2 men down, and the Goldeyes leading 1-0. They will finish up 9 innings that game as Coosdale fouls the first pitch back. It's 0-1. Following the completion of the June 14th suspended game, the Goldeyes and Saints will play a 7-inning contest, and then the next day, Wednesday, July 16th, there will be a standard doubleheader, 2 7-inning games. Here's the 0-1 pitch, high and outside, 1-1, and that is to make up the ball game that was lost on Sunday, June 15th here at Shaw Park. And remember, the ball game, once it's finished, the one that was suspended on June 14th, it'll go into the record books as having been played on June 14th. Breaking ball low and inside. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. What'll be interesting is, depending on how the pitching rotation lines up, remember Chandler Barnard started that game on the 14th of June against the Saints. He worked 3 shutout before the game was suspended, and following the start, he was traded back to the San Angelo Colts of the United League. The 2-1 pitch, high pop-up off to the right side, foul, 2-2 on Robbie Coosdale. There are still a couple of weeks before we get to the resumption of that suspended game, but there's certainly the possibility that Barnard could end up continuing that game himself, having won a game or 2 and being traded in between. Here's the 2-2. Check swing, went around at a changeup, and that's strike 3. Nick Hernandez strikes out the side of the top of the 5th, and he has struck out 6 in the ball game tonight. No runs, no hits, and nobody left on base. We've come halfway at Shaw Park. It's 10-0 Goldeyes on Jewel 101.
When's the last time your bank gave you a great big kiss when you walked through the door?
Excuse me?
That's what they do at Sonova Credit Union. Their DOG, Director of Greetings, is a St. Bernard who welcomes all members.
Wow, can he schedule appointments too?
No need. That's Sonova. You don't need an appointment, ever. Drop by whenever works for you. Bank brighter with Sonova Credit Union at one of their 11 branches throughout Manitoba, with convenient 7 days a week service in Winnipeg.
You have a mission. Make summer yours. Master the lawn, own the barbecue, and make the yard into your own private kingdom. And you'll find everything you need to complete this mission at Rona, your destination for all home improvement and renovation needs. Building materials, barbecues, lawnmowers, patio furniture. The only thing you need is imagination and a little know-how. And if you need help in that department, the experts at Rona are available to give you the best tips on your home improvement projects. Rona Home and Garden. What's your next project? Visit rona.ca.
It's summer, the perfect time to kick back and relax with friends and family. This summer, make it easy on yourself with catering by Chicken Delight. From a feast for a few to feeding your whole crew, Chicken Delight will put a smile on everyone's face with their famous chicken, fabulous pizza, ribs that rock, and more. Pick it up or have it delivered. Give us a call or send us your catering order at chickendelight.com.
So don't cook tonight. Tonight, all right. Call Chicken Delight.
And now, back to Winnipeg Goldeyes baseball on Jewel 101.
Bottom of the fifth inning at Shaw Park. Nick Hernandez just struck out the side in order. And the top of the fifth, 10-0 Goldeyes are trying to sweep a homestand for the first time since 2009 and win an 8th consecutive game. Josh Mazzola leads off against Matt Smith out for a second inning in relief for the starter Kyle DeVore. And he throws a fastball on the outside corner for a strike 0-1. Mazzola, Harther, and Stadler the schedule hitters. And for the Goldeyes, batted around for a second time in the fourth inning. Swinging a ground ball foul towards the on-deck circle, and it's 0-2. Mazzola 0 for 3. He's grounded to short, popped to short, and popped out to second. We already have a winner for tonight's trivia question. Brought to you by the Place Louis Riel Suite Hotel. Congratulations to Ken Kreitz from Emerson, Manitoba. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Slider way outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. This was not an easy question here tonight. Congratulations to Ken, who knew that it was the Gary South Shore Railcats and the Kansas City T-Bones, who the Goldeyes swept in July of 2009. The 1-2, low and inside of the curve, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. And that was the last time the Goldeyes swept a multi-series homestand, July 21st through July 26th, almost 5 years ago. And they are certainly in a great position to try and do it here tonight. The 2-2 to Mazzola, swinging a foul straight back off the very top of the screen. And it's still 2-2 in the Goldeyes third baseman. 10 runs, 16 hits, no errors for the Goldeyes, no runs, 3 hits, and no errors for the Kansas City T-Bones. Winnipeg's season high in hits this year is 18. And that was the third game of the year at Amarillo. Goldeyes certainly have a great chance to break that here tonight. Fastball high and inside, 3 balls and 2 strikes. So a good job here by Mazzola, who always sees a ton of pitches. Entering this game, Mazzola seeing 3.84 pitches per plate appearance, among the leaders on the Goldeyes. And he's gone from 0-2 to 3-2. The pitch and a high fly deep down the left field line, hooking towards the line, and that ball is foul. So Mazzola turns in a high fastball, 89 miles an hour from Matt Smith. And the count is still 3-2. Matt Smith, born and lives in Wichita, Kansas. Of course, home of an American Association club, the Wichita Wingnuts, who the Goldeyes will host for a 4-game series in mid-August. 3-2 pitch, swinging a pop-up foul off to the right side, and it's still 3-2. And Josh Mazzola and several members of the Winnipeg Goldeyes and certainly their coaching staff, fond memories of Lawrence Dumont Stadium. In September 14th of 2012, the Goldeyes won their first championship in 18 years, sweeping the 3-game series. Another 3-2. High pop-up left side foul ground, giving a look at Schwainer, and that will reach the crowd. And Mazzola having a terrific at-bat. This will be the 10th pitch coming up. 10-0 Goldeyes, bottom half of the 5th inning. And again, congratulations to Ken Kreitz, knowing it was the T-Bones and Railcats the Goldeyes swept July 21st through 26th. He won a pair of tickets to an upcoming Goldeyes game. Expect a call from the Goldeyes office sometime next week. Right-hand pitcher, right-hand batter. The 10th pitch to Mazzola, swinging a high fly ball towards right center. Moving over is Cousdale. Cousdale under it, makes the catch, and Mazzola is retired. But that is a quality at bat by Josh Mazzola. They forced Matt Smith to throw 10 pitches leading off the inning. That'll bring up Casey Harther, who will carry a 14-game hitting streak into the series opener tomorrow against the Fargo-Moorhead Redhawks. Really have run out of words to describe what Casey Harther has done this season for Winnipeg. He's 2 for 3, his 23rd multi-hit game of the year. A right-hand batter stands off the plate. The first pitch hit in the air towards the gap at deep left center. Sprinting back is Wiley, reaching over, won't get it. That'll drop in for a base hit and roll towards the fence. Harther is on his way to second, and he gets there standing up with his 18th double of 2014. So Harther has hit safely in 3 straight at-bats. He's now 3 for 4 after going 3 for 5 last night. So in real time, Casey's average is now above the 400 mark. And mind you, this is the 3rd of July. We're nearly halfway through the season, and Harther is hitting above 400. Here's Ray Sadler, who drove in the very first Goldeyes run tonight with a solo home run, leading off the bottom half of the second. He's 2 for 3 overall with a couple of runs scored. The pitch, fastball taken low and inside. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Ray with 9 home runs now and 27 driven in. And he has 11 runs batted in his last 15 games played. Harther on second and 1 out. The set from Smith. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Taken low and inside with a fastball. And it's now 2 balls and no strikes. Smith is in his 7th year of professional baseball. He spent 2 years in the Dodgers organization after he was drafted in the 22nd round in 2008. Here's the 2-0 to Sadler. Swing and a miss at a fastball away. It's now 2 balls and a strike. He spent several years in the Frontier League, including a couple playing for John Mazzarelli and the Lake Erie Crushers. The right-hander brings the hands together. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Line drive down the left field line. That's down for a base hit. Around third is Casey Harther will score. On his way to second is Ray Sadler. And Sadler cruises into second with an RBI double. It's 11-0 Goldeyes in the last of the 5th. Ray Sadler now a triple shy of the cycle. 3 for 4. A homer, a single, and now an RBI double. A second RBI tonight. And his 28th of the year. So back-to-back doubles hammered by Casey Harther and Ray Sadler, and the Goldeyes relentless on offense once again. There's Donnie Webb. Donnie Webb 1 for 3 with a single and a run scored. 18 hits now for the Goldeyes, tying their season high set back in May 17th against the Amarillo Sox. The first pitch, fastball low and inside, and the count is 1 ball and no strikes. Last year, Smith pitched for the Lake Erie Crushers. He was 5-6 in 17 starts, also had 5 games in relief, saved 2 games, and posted a 4.36 ERA. Sadler on second, a short lead. Webb a switch hitter from the left side of the plate. Swinging a line drive, 1-hopper off the glove of Espinosa and down the right field line. Sadler around third base. Sadler digging for home. He will score. Sliding into second base is Donnie Webb, and it's 12-0 Winnipeg in the bottom half of the 5th. Donnie Webb with the Goldeyes season high 19th base hit of the game. Drives home Ray Sadler, pulling one down the right field line. It took a bad hop over the glove of David Espinosa. An RBI double for Donnie Webb, his 21st RBI of the year. And that's 3 consecutive 2-base hits by the Goldeyes. And while John Mazzarelli was hoping that Matt Smith could throw maybe 2 or 3 innings in long relief, he's forced to get another righty warming up. There might be a good chance that we'll see the rookie right-hander Derek Gordon, who was signed coming into this series by Kansas City. A runner on second, still only 1 man down. Here is Reggie Abercrombie, 3 for 3. The first pitch, fastball down low, blocked by Brian Erie, and the count is 1 ball and no strikes. Erie played for Lake Erie in 2011 and 2012. So Smith and Erie familiar with each other during that 2012 season with the Lake Erie Crushers. A lifetime 5.05 ERA for Matt Smith. He checks the runner on second. And the pitch, high fly ball in the air to right field. Ryan Sabatella in a few steps at medium right, makes the catch, and Donnie Webb will hold at second. So now there's 2 men down, and Abercrombie retired for the first time tonight. Brock Bond stepping up, another good game for the Goldeyes second baseman. He's 2 for 3. A couple of RBIs and 2 runs scored. Switch hitter from the left side, 12 runs, 19 hits, no errors for Winnipeg, no runs, 3 hits, no errors for Kansas City. There are 4 players in the Goldeyes lineup with as many hits as the T-Bones have to this point in the game. Harder with 3 hits, Ray Sadler, Abercrombie, and Luis Allen. A runner on second and 2 outs. The first pitch to Bond. Swinging a ground ball to the right side. Espinosa down to a knee. He fields. He'll take it to first himself. And the inning is over. Winnipeg gets 2 more runs. There were 3 hits and 1 left on base. And at the end of 5 at Shaw Park, it's 12-0 Goldeyes on Jewel 101.
Here's the pitch. And oh, my goodness, a line drive right into Morton's face.
Just smashed his glasses.
He's standing up again. But boy, those glasses are toast.
Well, I bet he's glad he's covered by Manitoba Blue Cross.
Just like sports, life can throw you a curveball. And while provincial health care doesn't cover glasses or all prescription drugs, Manitoba Blue Cross has coverage options to keep you in the game.
Manitoba Blue Cross, the color of caring.
Visit mb.bluecross.ca to find out more.
Year after year, after year after year, after year after year, after year after year. For 7 consecutive years, Johnson Waste Management, with a reputation for business excellence, has been recognized as the best waste management services provider in Winnipeg. Johnson Waste Management, doing our best to be the very best year after year after year after year.
The Stars are coming to Shaw Park this summer as the Winnipeg Goldeyes host the first ever 2-day American Association All-Star celebrations. July 28th and 29th, catch all the action. Skills competition, home run derby, parties and autograph sessions, All-Star luncheon featuring Fergie Jenkins, and of course, the All-Star Game. Play ball! Tickets are on sale now. Get yours before they're gone. Visit Goldeyes.com.
And now, back to Winnipeg Goldeyes baseball on Jewel 101.
Winnipeg Goldeyes baseball brought to you by MTS. Get unlimited internet in Manitoba on all your devices only with MTS. The Goldeyes have scored in 4 consecutive innings now. They added 2 more in the 5th on back-to-back RBI doubles from Ray Sadler and Donnie Webb. We go to the top of the 6th at Shaw Park where the Goldeyes all over the T-Bones, 12-0. Nick Hernandez, who struck out the side in order in the 5th, goes out for a 6th inning of work. He'll face the top of the lineup, TJ Middlestat, Brian Sabatella, and David Espinosa. Middlestat is 0 for 2. He has twice grounded out to the first baseman, Casey Harther. A couple changes here for the Winnipeg Goldeyes. It looks like Jordan Gaida has gone out to play left field for Winnipeg, so Guide, I believe that's the only change he is in left in place of Ray Sadler, so he'll be in the cleanup spot. First pitch on the way to TJ Middlestat, a fastball taken outside, 1 ball and no strikes. That appears to be a straight switch. Gaida coming in for Ray Sadler, and hope that everything's okay with Ray Sadler. He was 3 for 4 in the ball game. Sadler hustled in a second base with a double and would later score in the double from Donnie Webb. Fastball low, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Left-hand pitcher, left-hand batter. Hernandez with a 2-0. And that's on the outside corner. Wide call from David Frame. It's now 2 balls and 1 strike. So Jordan in the cleanup spot right now. The 2-1. Popped up foul behind the plate, and it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Hernandez trying to win a 5th consecutive decision. The Goldeyes are 7-1 this year in the starts made by Nick Hernandez. On deck is Brian Sabatella, a right-hand batter. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Fastball just inside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Middlestat coming into this ball game 8 for 37 against lefties, a .216 average. Still leads the league in offensive walks with 48. The payoff pitch, high, ball 4. So Middlestat draws the leadoff walk, and that'll bring up Brian Sabatella, 1 for 2 with a double and a ground out to short. First walk issued by Nick Hernandez this evening. The 19 base hits for the Winnipeg Goldeyes, a new season high, besting the 18 they had against the Sox on May 17th. So Sabatella digs in from the right side of the plate. Hernandez out of the stretch, first base side of the rubber. And the first pitch. Fastball on the inside half of the knees. And the count is 0-1. The All-Star ballots were handed out for the American Association All-Star Game, an event that will take place for the first time in 4 years. And it will take place right here at Shaw Park on July 29th. Line drive to short, just past the dive of Kuhn. Base hit to left center field. Middlestad will stop at second. So Brian Sabatella with a line drive single just beyond the reach of a diving Tyler Kuhn. And it's first and second and no one down. David Espinoza is now stepping to the plate. Espinoza 0 for 2. He has struck out swinging and flied out to right field. The T-Bones still have some action inside of their bullpen. Matt Smith over 2 innings has given up 5 runs, all earned and 8 hits. He has thrown 49 pitches. So we'll see if he gets a crack at the bottom half of this inning or if John Mazzarelli brings in someone new from the pen. The first pitch to Espinoza is taken just low and outside. 1 ball and no strikes. With the way that the Goldeyes have pitched this year, there's certainly a good chance that the likes of Nick Hernandez, Matt Jackson, Chris Salamita could have the opportunity to make the All-Star team. Here's the 1-0 pitch. High fly ball down the right field line, moving over Donnie Webb to his left, and that'll bounce just to the right of the T-Bones bullpen. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. The ballots are handed out to the respective managers in each league and 1 media representative. They vote on the 8 starting positions, and then the managers for the game, Greg Taggart of the Gary South Shore Railcats and Kevin Hooper of Wichita. They will select the designated hitters as well as the pitchers and reserve players. A look towards second, the 1-1 pitch. Fastball just low. Tough pitch to take there, and it's now 2 balls and 1 strike. Espinoza does have one of the best eyes in the league. Now we'll look pretty close to the knees, and that time David Frame did not give the call to Nick Hernandez. Middlestad is on second. Sabatella is on first with nobody out. 12-0 Goldeyes, top of the 6th. The pitch, line drive to right center field. That'll get down for a base hit. Over to cut it off is Abercrombie. Middlestad's going to be waved around. The throw will go in a second. Sabatella goes to third. An RBI single to center field for David Espinoza, and that'll cut the Goldeyes lead at 12-1 in the top half of the 6th. So Espinoza lined a high fastball the other way. His 18th RBI of the year, and it's first and third and no one down. Byron Wiley is stepping to the plate. Wiley 1 for 2. He's grounded out to second and single to left field. It'll be a north versus south setup for the All-Star game on July 29th. The American Association North will play the American Association South. First pitch, fastball on the outside corner. It's 0-1. The Central will be divided into 2. The Gary South Shore Railcats and the Sioux City Explorers will join the North Division. The Lincoln Salt Dogs and Kansas City T-Bones will join the South. The 0-1. Check swing and a breaking ball gets stopped by Luis Allen. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. The Can-Am League will each send 1 representative per team to the game. Quebec and Trois-Rivières will be represented with the North, and Rockland and New Jersey will each send 1 player to the South squad. First and third, nobody out. We're in the top half of the 6th inning. The 1-1 pitch to Wiley. Hit in the air to left field. Fairly deep but playable for Abercrombie and Gaida. Now it's going to drop in between Abercrombie and Gaida for a base hit. In to score from third is Brian Sabatella. The throw to second, not in time. Espinoza is safe, and it's now 12-2. So a fly ball to left center. Not sure if that got lost in the sun. Abercrombie moved to his right. Gaida moved to the left. And at the last second, it just fell in between. And it'll go down as a bloop single to left center field. And an RBI for Byron Wiley, his 19th of the year. So some tough breaks here for Nick Hernandez in the top of the 6th. First and second, and still no one down. Jamie Vermillion is going to go out to the mound, have a talk with a 25-year-old lefty. And Wiley is now 2 for 3. So Sabatella scores from third. Espinoza on second. Wiley on first and no one down. Johnny Kaplan is stepping up. He's 0 for 2. Kaplan has grounded out to second, and he has struck out swinging. 12 runs, 19 hits, and no errors for the Goldeyes. 2 runs, 6 hits, and no errors for the Kansas City T-Bones. Hernandez ready at the belt, and the first pitch. Change up, grounded back to the mound. Hernandez has it, throws wide to center field. Into third is Espinoza. He's going to come around to score. Wiley will go to third base. And safe at first is Johnny Kaplan. And that will be scored an error on Nick Hernandez. A potential double play ball comebacker that Hernandez fielded. He got his body in position, but as he let go of the ball, it sailed high into the left. And it was beyond the reach of Tyler Kuhn, the shortstop. So Espinoza comes around to score the third run, now 12-3 in favor of the Goldeyes. Wiley goes first to third, and Kaplan is safe aboard at first. So the T-Bones are trying to climb back from what was a 12-run deficit. First and third, still no one down. Nick Schwaner is stepping up. Schwaner 0 for 2. He has fouled a third and grounded out to second. The first pitch to the left-hand batter is a fastball taken outside. It's 1 ball and no strikes. So for the moment, the run scored by David Espinoza is unearned against Nick Hernandez. Outfield deep and a couple steps the other way. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Line drive the other way, base hit left field. Wiley will score, stopping at second Johnny Kaplan. An RBI single the other way for Nick Schwaner, and it's now 12-4 Goldeyes in the top half of the sixth. And Winnipeg is forced to get a right-hander warming up inside of the bullpen. So an RBI single the other way for Nick Schwaner. Still nobody out of the inning, and Brian Erie will be the seventh man to come up. A couple of tough plays with a fly ball falling in between Gaida and Abercrombie, and then the throwing error by Hernandez on the potential double play. Schwaner will get credit for his 12th RBI of the year. First and second, nobody out. Erie has been struck out twice, 0 for 2. Hernandez with a first pitch, swing and a miss at a changeup down low, and it's 0-1. So you credit the T-Bones for not giving things up here in the sixth. They've really battled hard throughout the series. It can be tough when you get down by this many runs so early in the game. Here's the 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss at a changeup, and the count is 0-2. And the T-Bones had a couple of lapses during that long inning in the bottom of the second. Remember, Cousdale not charging the base hit to center field, which might have cost the T-Bones another run, but they have found some new energy here in the top half of the sixth. The 0-2 pitch, changeup outside, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. 12-4 Winnipeg in the top half of the sixth inning. The T-Bones have put 4 on the board here in the sixth. They have Kaplan on second base and Schwaner on first with no outs. Hernandez gets the sign from Luis Allen. Area right-handed batter. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Change up high and outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Darrell Hudson waiting on deck. Kansas City had a longer inning last night. They put 4 on the board in the top half of the third. Chris Salamina did a great job to prevent that game from getting any further away on the double play than into the inning. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. Chased a high fastball. And for Nick Hernandez, that's his 7th strikeout. Third time that he's got Brian Erie, and that's a big first out here in the top half of the sixth. Now Hernandez can escape the rest of the inning in a double play. Darrell Hudson is stepping up. Hudson 1 for 2 with an infield single, and he has been struck out swinging. 12 runs, 19 hits, and 1 error for the Goldeyes. 4 runs, 7 hits, and no errors for the Kansas City T-Bones. Hudson a switch hitter from the right side of the plate. Hernandez delivers. Swing and a miss at a fastball away. It's 0-1. So the T-Bones, who lead the league in walks, have been very aggressive in the inning. Try to ambush Hernandez, who is throwing a few more early count fastballs with a big lead. He changed that approach against Erie as this one is grounded to the left beyond the reach of Kuhn and Mazzola. Base hit through to left field. Around third is Kaplan. Here's a throw to the plate. It's not going to be in time. It'll bounce away from Allen. Going to third is Schwaner, and Hudson will take second on the throw that came through to the plate. An RBI single for Darrell Hudson cuts the lead at 12-5, and it's second and third and 1 man down. And here comes Rick Forney, and that will be the end of the day for Nick Hernandez, who threw well. He ran into some tough luck here in the top half of the sixth, and before the T-Bones get any closer, Forney will take the ball with Robbie Cousdale stepping to the plate. Hernandez still has a chance to get a win, and we'll tell you about the new pitcher after this on Jewel 101.
Going on vacation can be exciting.
Woo! Bon voyage, Winnipeg!
But when you're miles away from Winnipeg, the last thing you want to worry about is the security of your home. That's why Commissionaires Manitoba offers a house watch service. They'll do an interior and exterior patrol of your property, bring in your mail, remove snow from your car, even water your plants. Don't leave your house to chance. Leave it to the Commissionaires. go to commissionairs.mb.ca.
While there is no known cure for ALS, there is hope. The ALS Society of Manitoba supports families affected by ALS. Their client services coordinator works with your family to determine your needs, and the Brummett-Feasby ALS House provides 24-hour care designed to specifically meet the needs of people living with ALS, because hope is important in the lives of those affected by ALS. The ALS Society of Manitoba, they help their people every way they can. Visit alsmb.ca.
And now, back to Winnipeg Goldeyes baseball on Jewel 101.
This pitching change is brought to you by Johnson Waste Management. Call 452-0909. Right-hander Taylor Sewitt, who faced a couple of batters last night and retired both, will come on in relief of Nick Hernandez in the top of the 6th. Sewitt making his 20th appearance of the year. No wins, no losses, and no saves. An ERA of 2.60, 17 and a third innings, 15 hits, 5 walks, 15 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .238 against Taylor Sewitt. Sewitt, 6'2", 195 pounds, a 24-year-old from Highland Mills, New York. He inherits runners on 2nd and 3rd and 1 down, and Robbie Cousdale stepping to the plate. The Goldeyes came into this inning with a 12-0 lead. That has now been cut to 12-5. And the T-Bones with another single could get a little bit closer. Cousdale is 0 for 2. He's flying to right and struck out swinging. Nick Hernandez leads still with a chance to get a win. 5 and a third. 5 runs as of right now, 4 earned. 8 hits, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts. And he threw 83 pitches. So Taylor Sewitt will battle Robbie Cousdale, a right-handed batter. Josh Mazzola even with a bag at third. It's Schwaner on third base and Daryl Hudson on second, who just grounded a single between third and short. Here's the set for the righty. And the first pitch. Sinker swung and foul tipped into the glove of Luis Allen. It's no balls and 1 strike. Another early count swing from the usually patient T-Bones. Mentioned that Hernandez came right after the hitters throughout most of this inning. You know, the T-Bones changing their approach. They were able to get some runs on the board. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Slider outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Hernandez made the adjustment on Brian Erie through changeups throughout that at bat until the fastball in which he struck him out. And then Hudson grounded the single between third and short. And Rick Forney made the change to try and stem the tide here in the top half of the 6th inning. 5 runs have come across the plate. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Cousdale. Fastball that's taken high, and it's now 2 balls and 1 strike. The T-Bones are still several base runners shy of getting the tying run into the batter's box. They have at least made things a little uneasy for Winnipeg here in the top half of the 6th. The 2-1 pitch. Swinging a chopper towards third. Coming on Mazzola. Backhands a fair ball. Steps those to first, and it's dug out by Harther for the 2nd out. Good play. That's a tough chopper from Mazzola coming in against the speed of Robbie Cousdale. He holds the runners 2nd and 3rd. Now there's 2 away. And it's back to the top of the order for T.J. Mittelstadt, who opened this inning with a full count walk. The only walk issued tonight by Nick Hernandez in 5 1/3 innings pitched. 12-5 Goldeyes here in the 6th inning. Schwaner is on third base. Hudson is on second. Mittelstadt, a left-hand batter, crowds the plate. Taylor Sewitt brings the hands together. He checks on third. And the first pitch. Fastball on the outside edge. 0-1. Taylor Sewitt in his 2nd year of professional baseball. Spent most of last season with the Gary South Shore Railcats. Would sign on with the Goldeyes at the end of the year, made 4 scoreless appearances. The 0-1 pitch. Fastball just off the plate outside. It's 1-1. Rick Forney was excited to bring Taylor Sewitt back, a sidearm righty who can pitch almost every day and pitch in many different situations. He closed out a few games for the Railcats last year. The 1-1 to Mittelstadt. High fly ball right center, tough play. Abercrombie charging in, still coming on, reaches, makes the catch, and the inning is over. Reggie Abercrombie with good speed catches the pop fly in a shallow center field. The T-Bones, they score 5 runs. There were 5 hits, 1 error, and 2 left on base. Middle of the 6th at Shaw Park. It's 12-5 Goldeyes on Jewel 101.
This is Goldeyes Baseball on 100.7 CFJL. Jewel 101 Winnipeg.
Cheers to the NSA slow pitch team whose uniforms are not uniform at all. Cheers to the times where more prep goes into playing after the game than playing in it. Cheers to the team who carries the cooler to the bench first and then maybe goes back to the van for the bats, balls, and gloves. Cheers from the Bud family, Budweiser, Bud Light, and Bud Light Lime. Proud sponsors of your Winnipeg Goldeyes and every NSA slow pitch team in Winnipeg. Go get 'em!
Hi, this is Ivan Saper, owner of Saper Agencies. We offer personal, business, automobile, and travel health insurance. But it's how we sell that makes us different. We strive to remain on the cutting edge of technology and product innovations. We promise you quick, efficient, and effective solutions and 100% satisfaction. See us today, and we'll find you the right solution at the right price. Remember, your best insurance policy is our experience.
Saper Agencies, 2188 McPhillips. Call 694-6787.
I'm Larry McIntosh. California to Winnipeg, 2,966 kilometers. Portage to Winnipeg, 85 kilometers. Which vegetables do you think are fresher? Peak of the market, the vegetables less traveled, and that's a good thing.
And now, back to Winnipeg Goldeyes Baseball on Jewel 101.
Bottom of the sixth at Shaw Park. Great job by Taylor Suet to stop things from too far out of hand in the top half of the sixth. The T-Bone scored 5 runs and 5 base hits. They get within 7 at 12-5, but Suet retired both batters to face him, and now Winnipeg will look to re-extend their 12-5 lead. New pitcher in the ballgame for the Kansas City T-Bones, and it is the rookie right-hander Derek Gordon making his professional debut. He is the younger brother of Kansas City Royal star Alex Gordon. Derek Gordon takes over for the right-hander Matt Smith, who allowed 5 runs and 8 hits and 2 innings of work. Walked 1, no strikeouts, and he threw 49 pitches. So Derek Gordon will make his professional debut, and he will face 8-9-1 Luis Allen, Ryan Pineda, and Tyler Kuhn. Luis 3 for 3 with 2 runs batted in and a run scored. Derek Gordon played at Park University and finished up his college career earlier this spring. Park University located just outside of Kansas City. He's listed at 6'6", 215 pounds, a 23-year-old right-hander from Lincoln, Nebraska. The right-hander working out of the stretch and the first pitch. Luis Allen takes a fastball at the knees for a strike, and the count is 0-1. As a senior this past spring, Derek Gordon was 6-3 with an ERA of 3.12. He's spent 4 years at Park University. Fastball low and inside. It's now 1 ball and a 1 strike. And went a combined 24-8 from 2011 through 2014 at a combined ERA of just 3.35. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Allen. Breaking ball, foul beyond the plate, and the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Allen, an RBI single and a run scored during the 6-run second. He had a single up the middle in the third, and then he drove in a 2-out run in the bottom half of the 4th inning. 12-5 Winnipeg here in the 6th. Derek Gordon comes set. The 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball just outside. He thought he had strike 3. It was a little bit off the plate. And it's now 2-2 in the Goldeyes catcher. Derek Gordon, like his older brother Alex, they're originally from the Lincoln, Nebraska area. Alex, of course, played at the University of Nebraska, which shares its facility with the Salt Dogs. Fastball called strike 3 in the inside corner. Allen thought that was low. He has a couple of words for David Frame. So Derek Gordon, the first batter he faces to begin his professional career. A call third strike, and the toughest guy in the American Association to strike out, Luis Allen. And there's 1 man down in the bottom of the 6th. Ryan Pineda stepping up. Pineda 2 for 2 with 3 runs batted in and a walk. Gordon now lives in Riverside, Missouri in the offseason. He played at Lincoln Southeast High School in his hometown. before signing on at Park University. First pitch, and Pineda swings and pops it in the air to shallow left field. Moving to his right is Robbie Cousdale. He's under it. Cousdale makes the catch, and there's 2 outs and nobody on in the 6th. Back to the top of the order for Tyler Kuhn. Kuhn is 1 for 4 with an infield single and a run scored. He'll take an 8-game hitting streak into Fargo, North Dakota tomorrow night. 12 runs, 19 hits, 2 errors for the Winnipeg Goldeyes, 5 runs, 8 hits, and no errors for the Kansas City T-Bones. Tyler Kuhn, a left-hand batter. The pitch, fastball taken high and outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Kuhn beginning today 4th in the league in batting average at .344. Goldeyes with 2 players in the top 4 in the league in hitting. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss at a changeup down low, and it's now 1 ball and 1 strike. Park University, home of the Pirates. Interesting note about Park University. This past year, during his senior season, Derek Gordon played with a position player named Jake Sobey. Fastball high and outside, 2 balls and 1 strike, and he actually happens to be the youngest son of the longtime member of the T-Bones coaching staff, Bill Sobey, who's in the dugout tonight. He's the pitching coach this year, taking over for Andy Shipman after serving as the bench coach the last 2 seasons. 2-1 pitch, and Kuhn hits one in the air to right field. Coming on Sabatella, still moving forward. Now it's Cousdale diving, and Cousdale makes the catch to retire the side. Sabatella the better angle, but it looked like he might have been a little bit short, so Cousdale saves that play for the T-Bones with a diving catch, slides across the outfield grass, and the Goldeyes for the first time since the opening frame are down 1-2-3. No runs, no hits, and nobody left on base. End of 6 at Shaw Park. It's 12-5 Winnipeg and Jewel 101.
The Fairmont Winnipeg is the city's only luxury hotel with 340 luxuriously appointed rooms, 19,000 square feet of stylish function space, and 12 meeting rooms. At the Fairmont, quality, comfort, and convenience come standard, and its central location makes it perfect for your next corporate meeting or family staycation. Travel easily to the RBC Convention Center through the Underground Concourse, or visit the nearby Canadian Museum of Human Rights. Located in the heart of the city, the Fairmont Winnipeg continues to be the hotel of choice for the discerning traveler.
Things you'll never hear a Cambrian Credit Union member say.
Oh, I just love paying service fees.
My high mortgage rate is amazing.
Yes, I'll pay $1.50 to use this ATM.
With Cambrian Credit Union's great rates and free banking through the UNFI, Cambrian members won't say these things. With a full range of hassle-free financial services, they're here for Manitobans. Cambrian Credit Union, building strong financial foundations for making dreams come true.
Summer in Manitoba sizzles all over the place, from our great beaches to our great ballpark, and especially at Goldeyes Grill, where they sizzle up some of the best hot dogs you've ever tasted. Diamond Dogs, the official hot dog of the Goldeyes, custom made by Winkler Meats. Diamond Dogs are naturally smoked, gluten and allergen-free, and made with quality ingredients that deliver full flavor every bite. Try them in the game or pick them up at your local grocer. Diamond Dogs from Winkler Meats. Product quality is their tradition.
And now, back to Winnipeg Goldeyes baseball on Jewel 101.
Top of the 7th inning here at Shaw Park. Winnipeg in front by a score of 12-5. Nice job by the rookie Derek Gordon in his professional debut. Set the Goldeyes down in order. Helped out by a great catch in center field by Robbie Cousdale. Taylor Seward did a great job to stem the tide in the top of the 6th. Retired both the face and will take over again here in the 7th. Sabatella, Espinoza, and Wiley due up 2, 3, and 4. The final line of Nick Hernandez. 5 1/3 innings, 5 runs, 4 earned. 8 hits, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts. He threw 83 pitches. Sinker on the outside corner for a strike, nothing in 1. Hernandez does lead with a chance to pick up his 5th win of the year against no losses. We'll take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard in this inning. Ryan Sabatella's 2 for 3. Slider outside, and the count is 1 ball and 1 strike. The Fargo-Moorhead Redhawks lead the St. Paul Saints 1-0. They're in the bottom half of the 2nd at Midway Stadium in Minnesota. Seward from the stretch. Here's the 1-1. Swinging a high chopper to short. Backhanded up high by Tyler Kuhn. He throws to first in time to get Brian Sabatella. One away in the top half of the 7th inning. David Espinoza 1 for 3 with an RBI and a run scored, stepping up. Wichita's out to a 1-0 lead over the Sioux City Explorers. That game is in the bottom half of the 3rd at Lewis and Clark Park in Iowa. The Sioux Falls Canaries are up 6-3 in the Gary South Shore Railcats, bottom of the fourth at Sioux Falls Stadium. They're at the top of the second in Laredo, Texas. The Lemurs hosting the Salt Dogs, no score at Unitrade Stadium. And here in Winnipeg, Manitoba, it's the Goldeyes 12 and the T-Bones 5 and the top of the seventh. First pitch, fastball outside, 1-0 strikes. Espinoza, a switch hitter, batting left-handed for the first time tonight. Hernandez threw 5 scoreless and just ran in a couple of bad breaks there in the top half of the sixth. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swinging a high pop-up, left center field. Abercrombie moving over to his right. He's under it. Abercrombie makes the catch, and Espinoza is retired. Couple of quick outs for Taylor Sewitt. Winnipeg Goldeyes baseball presented to you by MTS. Get unlimited internet in Manitoba on all your devices, only with MTS. Tomorrow night at 7:02 p.m. start at Newman Outdoor Field in Fargo, North Dakota. Matt Jackson will be on the mound to take on the Redhawks. Fargo is to be announced with their starting pitcher. Saturday at 6, Chandler Barnard against lefty Jake Labor. And then on Sunday, Ethan Hollingsworth faces Brian Ernst with a 1 p.m. start. Fastball on the inside corner, 0-1 on Byron Wiley, who was 2 for 3 with an RBI and a run scored. Drove in a run during the T-Bones 5-run sixth. Bases empty and 2 outs. Wiley is a left-handed batter. Taylor Sewitt is ready in the 0-1. On the outside corner with a fastball, it's 0-2. Byron Wiley, tonight's pancake batter. Nick Hernandez got ahead a few times against him throughout tonight. And now Sewitt is ahead, 0-2. And if Sewitt can get the third strike, everyone in attendance will receive free pancakes. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, he got him. Taylor Sewitt strikes out Byron Wiley in the back foot slider. And everyone in the house tonight will get free pancakes courtesy of the original Pancake House. A 1-2-3 inning for Taylor Sewitt and the Goldeyes. It's time to stretch at Shaw Park. 12-5 Winnipeg on Jewel 101.
Watching the game is something to enjoy. But remember, drinking any alcohol and driving don't mix. Drinking and driving puts you and others in danger. Your best bet is a designated driver who has had no alcohol. Enjoy the game, but whatever you do, don't drink and drive. To keep Manitobans safe behind the wheel, police are increasing enforcement near you. Watch for them. A message from Manitoba Public Insurance.
Save on your next energy bill with helpful tips from Manitoba Hydro. Even small changes can make a big impact on the environment. Install dimmer switches on the lights you use most often to control exactly how much light and electricity you use. Unplug your cell phone chargers once they finish charging. Chargers continue to draw energy even after your device is fully charged. And whenever possible, use cold water for laundry. For more ways to conserve energy, visit hydro.mb.ca.
The Stars are coming to Shaw Park this summer as the Winnipeg Goldeyes host the first ever 2-day American Association All-Star celebrations. July 28th and 29th, catch all the action. Skills competition, home run derby, parties and autograph sessions, all-star luncheon featuring Fergie Jenkins, and of course, the All-Star Game. Play ball! Tickets are on sale now. Get yours before they're gone. Visit Goldeyes.com.
And now, back to Winnipeg Goldeyes baseball on Jewel 101.
Bottom of the seventh inning at Shaw Park, the Goldeyes in front of the T-Bones, 12-5. Trying to finish off a perfect homestand for the first time since July of 2009 when they swept the Railcats and the T-Bones in 6 games. This would be even more impressive given that it is a 7-game homestand. The Goldeyes are also trying to win 8 in a row, which would tie them for the 3rd longest winning streak in team history. Right-hander Chris Squires, who faced a couple of batters last night, will take over in the bottom half of the 7th with Winnipeg leading 12-5. He takes over after a very successful pro debut for Derek Gordon, who set the Goldeyes down in order in the bottom half of the 6th. This pitching change is brought to you by Johnson Waste Management. Call 452-0909. Chris Squires makes his 22nd appearance this year, 2-2 with a save, an ERA of 4.81, 24 in the 3rd innings, 26 hits, 10 walks, 17 strikeouts. Opponents batting .271 against the big right-hander. Chris Squires, 6'2", 195 pounds. a 26-year-old right-hander originally from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Josh Mazzola will lead things off. Saw 10 pitches his last time up against Matt Smith before flying out to center. Overall, he's 0 for 4 tonight. Squires working out of the stretch, nobody on base. The pitch, fastball down low. It's 1 ball and 0 strikes. 12 runs, 19 hits, and 2 errors for the Winnipeg Goldeyes. 5 runs, 8 hits, and no errors for the Kansas City T-Bones. Mazzola, right-handed batter. He doubled against Squires last night, a drive in the 7th and final run. Fastball outside, and it's now 2-0. Squires last year pitched in the Frontier League for the Traverse City Beach Bums. 33 games all in relief, and he worked 55 1/3 innings in those 33 games. Had an ERA of just 2.60. The 2-0 pitch, high and tight with a fastball, and it's 3-0 on Josh Mazzola. Squires has been as high as AA, originally drafted by the Marlins in 2010, a 37th round pick out of Indiana University in the Big Ten Conference of the NCAA. The 3-0 pitch, fastball knee high for a strike. 3-1 now in Mazzoli's, followed by Casey Harther and Jordan Guida, who came on for Ray Sadler in left field a couple of innings ago. Squires brings the hands together. The 3-1 pitch, swing and a foul straight down, 3-2. The line on Derek Gordon, 1 perfect inning, no hits, no walks, no strikeouts, and he only threw 10 pitches. And facing a very good Winnipeg Goldeyes lineup. Goldeyes has scored in many different ways again tonight. They got another home run. They have a number of doubles. They have gotten great production out of the bottom of the lineup. 4 different players have 3 hits. Now the payoff to Mazzola. Hit in the air deep but foul down the left field line. That's out of play. And it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Squires has a lot of movement when he brings the hands to a set. His delivery is actually fairly easy. A quick slide step and doesn't have much of a max effort delivery, which is one of the main reasons why I was able to work multiple innings on so many occasions last year. Another 3-2. Swing and a miss. Got him on a breaking ball down low. So Squires strikes out Mazzola. 1 away to start the bottom half of the 7th. But as he comes set with nobody on base, it's almost like a semi-windup. He wiggles his hands back and forth with the bare hand inside of the glove hand. Brings both hands almost completely over his head. And you can see the glove kind of flopping back and forth before he brings the hands back around his chest. But once he comes set, it's a nice and easy delivery to the plate. Casey Harther, 3 more hits tonight, steps up 3 out of 4. And the pitch, swinging a high fly ball, pretty deep left field. Back goes Wiley, onto the track, back at the wall, leaping, and he makes the catch for the 2nd out. Casey Harther robbed by Byron Wiley, a leaping catch right in front of the left field wall, and takes away a potential home run, certainly an extra base hit. He was about a half step shy of the wall when he went up. That might have had a chance to go over. So Harther, that's what it takes to get Casey Harther out, it seems. A deep fly ball to left and a spectacular catch by the T-Bones for a 2nd straight inning. 2 outs and nobody on. Jordan Guida, who came on for Ray Sadler in the top of the 6th, will get his first at bat tonight. 2 outs and nobody on. Here's the set from the right-hander in the first pitch. Swing and a miss and a slider away. It's no balls and 1 strike. Jordan batting .292 this year with a homer and 6 runs batted in. By the way, Danny Mazziello, the only available reserve for John Mazzarelli, is behind the plate. And he is batting in the 7th spot, once occupied by the starter Brian Erie. Swinging a ground ball to the left, moving over the shortstop Hudson E. Fields. Slings it a first, and it's just in time to get Jordan Guida. And the side is retired. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base. Through 7 at Shaw Park. It's 12-5 Goldeyes on Jewel 101.
Stay informed on all the latest news and entertainment with the Winnipeg Free Press. The Winnipeg Free Press gives you the most in-depth local, national, and international news coverage, unrivaled coverage of the arts, and the best in sports. And as the winner of the Canadian Journalism Foundation's 2013 Excellence in Journalism Award, when someone asks,
"Where'd you hear that?"
and you answer,
"I read it in the Free Press,"
you can always count on having the full story. The Winnipeg Free Press, there for you.
Summer barbecues on the patio. They're all fun and games until someone slips and drops an entire plate of steaks.
No!
go!
Prairie Safety Surfacing can help keep your family and stakes safe all year round with Rubber Rock, the original rubber safety surfacing in North America since 1983. Prairie Safety Surfacing mix and pour Rubber Rock on site to create a seamless, non-skid finish on your patio, driveway, pool deck, and more. Trust the original Rubber Rock. Bounces like rubber, wears like rock. Learn more at prairiesafetysurfacing.com.
Swing into spring at Salisbury House. Order an extraordinary omelet at any of their family restaurants or a fantastic complete dinner at any Sal's Express or any other meal of your choice for $9.99 or more and receive 2 Goldeyes vouchers redeemable for 2 free tickets to a future game courtesy of Salisbury House. Offer available at all 14 locations. For the one nearest you, visit salisburyhouse.ca. Salisbury House, your food, your way.
And now, back to Winnipeg Goldeyes baseball on Jewel 101.
Winnipeg Goldeyes baseball presented to you by NTS. Get unlimited internet in Manitoba on all your devices only with NTS. Top of the 8th inning at Shaw Park, 12-5 in favor of the Winnipeg Goldeyes. Taylor Suet out for a 3rd inning of work, and he throws a fastball letter high to Johnny Kaplan for strike 1. Kaplan, Schwaner, and Danny Mazziello, the catcher, came in for Brian Erie in the last inning on defense due up. The 5, 6, and 7 hitters. Kaplan officially 0 for 3 with a run scored. He reached on an error in the top half of the 6th. Fastball low and outside, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Suet's done a real good job since coming on in relief. He has retired all 5 batters to face him. 1-1 on the right-hand batter, Johnny Kaplan. Suet from the stretch. Here's the 1-1. Check swing, and it's a fastball down the middle, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Winnipeg off and running early. They got 6 in the bottom half of the 2nd and really haven't looked back. They would score in 4 consecutive innings, eventually building a 12-0 lead. Kansas City scored 5 in the 6th. Here's the pitch, swinging a ground ball in front of shortstop. Kuhn reaches down, he fields, throws to first, and it's in time to get Johnny Kaplan to 1 away in the top of the 8th. But Suet put out a mini fire there in the 6th when the T-Bones had 2nd and 3rd and 1 down. And after that ground out by Johnny Kaplan, Suet is now retired 6 in a row since coming on in relief. Nick Hernandez still on the long side of this 12-5 score. He would stand to improve to 5-0. Nick Schwaner 1 for 3 with an RBI single stepping up. 1 out, nobody on, top half of the 8th. Goldeyes have out hit the T-Bones 19-8 tonight. Here's the first pitch. Swinging a high foul fly the other way. It's 0-1. The entire Goldeyes organization is gearing up to host the 2014 American Association All-Star Celebrations. The 2-day celebrations begin Monday, July 28th with the All-Star Fan Fest hosted by lower-level sports cards. Activities include a sports card show, interactive games, and live entertainment. Swinging a line drive foul off to the right side, and the count goes to 0-2. There will also be an all-star autograph session and fun with the Recycle Everywhere street team. The Recycle Everywhere All-Star Skills Competition takes place later on that evening on Monday, July 28th, with the doors opening at 5 o'clock here at Shaw Park. The 0-2 pitch, slider line towards shallow right, that'll fall in front of Donnie Webb for a base hit. A 1-out single for Nick Schwaner, who's now 2 for 4. And that brings up Danny Mazziello, who will make his first appearance of the series. Mazziello, a right-hand batter, 4 for 21 this year, a 190 average, no homers and no runs batted in. He is appearing in his 9th game of the season. Danny Mazziello signed on May 23rd by the Kansas City T-Bones. Spent the last couple of years in the San Diego Padres organization. He signed as a non-drafted free agent out of Downing College in his home state of New York. The pitch. Breaking ball in the eye for a strike, 0-1. Mazziello still has rookie status in the American Association. Split time last year in the Arizona Rookie League, and then the Eugene Emeralds, the Padres' short season affiliate in Eugene, Oregon. 1 on, 1 out, slider low and outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. He's from Staten Island, New York originally, played at St. Peter's Preparatory High School before signing on at Downing College located in Oakdale, New York. Schwaner the runner on first, and he's held by Casey Harther. The 1-1 from Suet. Swinging a high bouncer towards short. Tyler Kuhn fields. He's got it. Steps on second for 1. Goes to first for the double play. And the inning is over. Tyler Kuhn begins a 6-6-3 double play. And Taylor Suet puts up another 0. No runs, 1 inning, and nobody left on. Middle of the 8th at Shaw Park. It's 12-5 Goldeyes on Jewel 101.
Nice day. Want a drink?
Yeah, sure. Pass me a Pepsi. Whoa. Do you hear that? Open your Pepsi. Whoa. That was awesome.
Hit it out of the park this summer with the cool, refreshing taste of Pepsi. Pepsi. Live for now.
Most days, you can predict what life's going to throw at you.
He's 2 for 2 at bat so far today.
But every once in a while...
Strike! Oh, he did not see that coming.
When life throws you a curveball, Ranger Insurance will protect what's important to you. Whether it's home, life, auto, or commercial, they have a plan that fits your needs. Ranger Insurance, putting relationships first. For the protection you deserve, visit rangerinsurance.ca.
The rebates are back! The rebates are back!
What?
The rebates from Reliance Superior Heating and Air Conditioning are back, and I'm not missing out on the great savings this year!
The rebates from Reliance are back by popular demand. Right now, when you buy a high-efficiency Lennox furnace and air conditioner from Reliance, you get $2,000 back in rebates. Call Reliance Superior Heating and Air Conditioning now at 204-697-5666 or hurry over to RelianceSuperior.ca today. Some conditions apply.
And now, back to Winnipeg Goldeyes baseball on Jewel 101.
Goldeyes this week brought to you by Boston Pizza. After the game, you can have any of our more than 100 delicious Boston Pizza menu items delivered to your door. Call 925-4111 or do some finger cooking at bostonpizza.com. After a quick series in Fargo, the Goldeyes are back home on Tuesday, July 8th. A series against the Sioux City Explorers. First pitch on Tuesday at 7:05 for Canadian Diabetes Awareness Night. Purchase the new Goldeyes cap with proceeds donated to the Canadian Diabetes Association. The Rockettes will be on the Free Press stage beginning at 6 o'clock. Wednesday, July 9th against Sioux City, a 7 o'clock start presented by Manitoba Blue Cross. Donnie Webb leads off the bottom of the 8th. Switch hitter left-handed. Fastball in the inside corner from Chris Squires. It's 0-1. Goldeyes lead the T-Bones 12-5 in the bottom half of the 8th. 3 defensive outs away from an 8th consecutive win. Squires out of the stretch in the 0-1. Swinging a looper towards shallow center. Out goes Middlestat. In comes Cousdale. Tough play, and it's off the glove of Middlestat. Webb will be safe at first with a blue base hit. A great effort by TJ Middlestat. He went way out from his position at second base, stuck his glove out, lunging towards the outfield, and it looked like he had it. And in the last second, the ball rolled out of his glove, and perhaps Middlestat a little bit wary, yet Cousdale coming straight at him from center. And Donnie Webb is now 3 for 5. So the Goldeyes have the leadoff man on. Reggie Abercrombie 3 for 4 stepping to the plate. On Wednesday, July 9th, it is Hometown Heroes Night. The Goldeyes pay tribute to Winnipeg's police, fire, and paramedic services. The Players' Cup golf passes will be on hand for the first 1,000 fans in attendance. Barry Player will be on the Free Press stage that night, beginning at 6 o'clock. Swinging a line drive towards right center field. It's going to duck in for a base hit. Donnie Webb turns second. He's on his way to third. And the Goldeyes have first and third and nobody out. Abercrombie posts his 4th hit of tonight's ball game. He lined that towards shallow right, and not sure if Middlestat didn't see that when Abercrombie made contact. He probably wouldn't have gotten to it anyway. He kind of stuck his hands to the side. The sun is beginning to set here at Shaw Park, so it might be a little bit difficult for the infielders to pick up the spin. And the Goldeyes have first and third and nobody out. Brock Bond is 2 for 4 with a couple of runs batted in tonight. He has also scored twice. Thursday, July 10th against the X's, 7 o'clock. The Goldeyes will have their first half team photo giveaway with a pregame on-field autograph session. Rockbox will be on the Free Press stage that night beginning at 6 o'clock. First pitch on the way, a changeup outside and low. It's 1 ball and no strikes. On Friday, July 11th, the Railcats are in town for the first time this year. A 7 o'clock start presented by Pony Corral with post-game fireworks to follow the game. Swinging a high pop-up left side foul territory. Moving over is Schwaner by the Goldeyes dugout. Reaches and he banged his knee into the fence protecting the dugout. Hope that Schwaner's okay. That ball actually came down in the foul warning track. And Schwaner, who thought he was going to have to reach over into the dugout, banged his knee and the ball actually fell a little bit behind him. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Note that Schwaner didn't seriously hurt himself. And it's 1-1 on Brock Bond, a switch hitter. The Canadian band will be on the Free Press stage on Friday, July 11th at 6 o'clock. And then on Saturday, July 12th, a 6 o'clock start against the Railcats. Here's the 1-1 as Bond grounds it to the right side, beyond the reach of Espinosa, base hit through to right field. Webb will score. Abercrombie goes to second. 3 straight singles to begin the bottom of the 8th. Brock Bond with his 3rd hit of the night, and he drives in his 3rd run, and the Goldeyes now have a 13-5 lead on their 22nd hit of the game. So it's 1st and 2nd, and still nobody out. A sharp grounder over the reach of David Espinosa. Luis Allen 3 for 4 with 2 runs batted in, stepping up. That Saturday, July 12th game will be the annual sleepover and movie here on the Shaw Park outfield. Fans can camp overnight with their families and watch the Lego Movie on the video board. The Revival will be on the Free Press stage at 5 o'clock. And then on Sunday, July 13th, a 1:30 start against the Railcats, presented by the Commissionaires Manitoba. You can play catch in the field and run the bases following the game. The service will be on the Free Press stage at 12:30. Luis Allen takes a fastball high, 1 ball and no strikes. And then the Goldeyes will play essentially 5 games in 3 days against the St. Paul Saints. A continuation of the suspended game back on June 14th. That'll pick back up in the 3rd inning on Tuesday, July 15th, followed by the regular schedule game. Fastball down low, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. And then the Goldeyes and Saints will have a doubleheader Wednesday, July 16th, to account for the game that was lost back on June 15th here at Shaw Park. And the series and homestand, which will be almost 11 games in 10 days, will finish on Thursday the 17th. Swing and a miss at a fastball low and inside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Goldeyes this week brought to you by Boston Pizza. Winnipeg scoring here in the bottom of the 8th with a 13-5 lead thanks to the RBI hit from Brock Bond. Luis Allen with a 2-1 count. 1st and 2nd, nobody out. Ryan Pineda waits on deck. Squires with a herky-jerky setup at the easy delivery brings the hands together. The 2-1 pitch. Way outside, and it's kicked away by Danny Mazziello. Abercrombie will go to 3rd, and Brock Bond will take 2nd on the wild pitch. So it's 3 balls and a strike now, and Luis Allen could drive in a couple of more with a single to the outfield. Again, the American Association All-Star celebrations begin on Monday, July 28th with the All-Star Fan Fest and the Recycle Everywhere All-Star Skills Competition later on that evening. We'll have the Media Skills Competition and then the Recycle Everywhere All-Star Skills Competition. Both events will include the fastest runner, outfield throwing accuracy, and the home run derby. And that should be a great time on that Monday night with the All-Star game to follow on Tuesday, July 29th. The 3-1 to Allen. Breaking ball for a strike in the outside corner, 3-2. Sock hop with the Stars. A turn back the clock concert will take place on the Free Press stage on Monday the 28th following the skills competition. 2nd and 3rd and nobody out. 3-2 pitch. Ground ball foul outside of 3rd, and we'll do it again at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Free Ride will be on the Free Press stage as Harry and the Armpits perform nostalgic tunes from the 1950s and 1960s. Fans that attend the event, which is free with a skills competition ticket, have the chance to dance, mix, and mingle with all the American Association All-Stars. Squires comes set up high. Another 3-2 to Allen. Inside ball 4. Luis draws the walk. Bases loaded, nobody out for Ryan Pineda. On July 29th, the Goldeyes present the BFI All-Star Luncheon at the Fairmont Hotel. Canadian native and Baseball Hall of Famer Fergie Jenkins will be the guest speaker. Tables or individual tickets are available by calling the Goldeyes office at 982 base. That same afternoon, the Goldeyes players will put on a skills camp presented by McDonald's for kids ages 8 through 13. It'll be a 3-hour camp right here at Shaw Park. Will involve instruction from the current 2014 Winnipeg Goldeyes. Ryan Pineda 2 for 3, a couple of singles, 3 runs batted in and a walk. A right-handed batter, and Squires delivers. Swing and a miss, ball sneaks to the legs of Mazziello, and it looks like he might have been clipped in that backswing in the shin guard. No advance by the runners. And up that Mazziello's okay. David Frame, the umpire, will go out and try and give Mazziello the chance to fight the paint off. Looked like he got caught on the backswing of Ryan Pineda, and the count is 0-1. The 2014 American Association All-Star Game is scheduled for 7 o'clock on Tuesday, July 29th, right here at Shaw Park, presented by Manitoba Liquor and Lotteries. Everyone in attendance receives a Goldeyes card fling, courtesy of Manitoba Liquor and Lotteries, as well as a commemorative All-Star Game program. Squires 0-1. Low and inside. Good stop by Mazziello, and it's now 1 ball and 1 strike. The hilarious Superstars and Berserk will entertain the fans between innings. Following the games, fans will be treated to a great fireworks spectacular and can interact with the players at the Winnipeg Free Press All-Star After Party at the Metropolitan Entertainment Center. Tickets for the after party will be on sale soon. 1 ball and 1 strike on Ryan Pineda with the bases loaded and nobody out. The pitch, fouled straight back, 1-2. Tied him up with a fastball in the hands. Tickets for the All-Star Game and for any information for the 2014 American Association All-Star Celebrations can be purchased by calling 1-855-GOLDEYE, visiting Ticketmaster.ca, or visiting any Ticketmaster location, including the box office at Shaw Park. Should be a great 2-day event at the end of this month, and the Goldeyes could very well be represented heavily on that North Division roster. Here's the 1-2 pitch, hit in the air deep but fouled the other way, and it's still 1 ball and 2 strikes. He mentioned that the ballots went out to both the managers and media representatives. They will vote on the 8 position player starters. The 2 managers, Greg Taggart and Kevin Hooper, will select the DHs, the pitchers, and the position player reserves. 13-5 Goldeyes, bottom of the 8th, with Abercrombie in third, Bonda in second, and Allen on first. Squires is ready. Another 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball low. It's kicked away by Mazziello. It's going to roll towards the T-Bones dugout. Abercrombie scores the Goldeyes' 14th run on a wild pitch thrown by the righty Chris Squires. Brock Bond goes to third base. Luis Allen moves up to second, and the count is now 2-2 on Ryan Pineda. So the Goldeyes have now scored on a pass ball and a wild pitch over the course of tonight. They have wrapped out 22 hits, and it has all amounted to a 14-5 lead in the bottom half of the 8th inning. In the top of the 9th, the T-Bones will send up Hudson, Coosdale, and Middlestad 8-9-1. It looks like Taylor Bratton, the rookie lefty, has been warming up. Second and third, nobody out. 2-2 on Pineda. Squires delivers. Popped up foul off to the right side of Pineda. Having a tough at bat here. He's hit 4 foul balls along the way, and this will be the 7th pitch coming up for the Goldeyes' designated hitter. Again, the North Division, the actual North, St. Paul, Fargo, Sioux Falls, and the Goldeyes, they will be joined by Gary South Shore and Sioux City, plus Quebec and Trois-Rivières of the Can-Am League. The South Division, Wichita, Laredo, Grand Prairie, and Amarillo, they'll be joined by Lincoln and Kansas City. The 2-2 pitch, fastball low and outside, and it's 3 balls and 2 strikes, pardon me, on Ryan Pineda. He was behind 1-2 and has now worked the count full. And he will see an 8th pitch from the right-hander Chris Squires. So Lincoln and Kansas City joining the South, along with Rockland and New Jersey of the Can-Am League. The 3-2 to Pineda. Swinging a ground ball. That's a foul ball just outside the bag at third. So Pineda having a great at-bat. The Goldeyes up by 9 runs in the bottom of the 8th. Pineda battling. He's got a chance to drive in a couple more. He had a 2-run single with the bases loaded in the second. And another RBI single in the third. A relentless night for the Goldeyes offense. Nick Hernandez turned in a strong start. Taylor Suet has been great in relief. On third is Brock Bond. Luis Allen on second, nobody out. Squires comes set. Another 3-2. High and outside, ball 4. So that will reload the bases with nobody out, and it's back to the top for Tyler Kuhn, who will hit with the bases loaded for a second time tonight. He is officially 1 for 5 in the game. His last time up, he was flat robbed on a great catch by Robbie Coosdale in center field. Kuhn already has a grand slam this year. He's had a fantastic homestand. And he'll step to the plate with Brock Bond on third, Luis Allen on second, and Ryan Pineda on first. 14-5 Winnipeg. We're in the bottom of the 8th. The Goldeyes have already shattered their season high in hits with 22. The previous high was 18 back on May 17th at Amarillo. Their season high in runs is 15. They've done that twice, including the final game on Monday against the Redhawks. Kuhn goes after the first pitch and he hits it in the air foul towards the left field stands. It's no balls and 1 strike. Tyler with 21 runs batted in out of the leadoff spot this year. That's an incredibly high number. 21 runs batted in 44 games played entering tonight. That would put Kuhn on pace for about 48 RBIs this season. Anything over 30 is great for a leadoff hitter in a 100-game season. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swinging a ground ball to the right. Espinosa has it go under his glove and down the right field line. Bond will score. Allen goes to third. Pineda moves up to second. And it's 15-5 Winnipeg in the bottom half of the 8th. A ground ball that I don't think it ever touched David Espinosa's glove. He was expecting a high bounce, and it never came up. And they will score that an RBI single for Tyler Kuhn. The Goldeyes' 23rd hit of the game, and again, an RBI single for Tyler Kuhn. It never actually touched the glove of David Espinosa. Bill Sobey's going to go out to have a talk with Chris Squires. You feel a bit for Squires. This game, for the most part, out of reach here for Kansas City, so you don't want to burn up any more pitching. Squires already working on a back-to-back day. He had a very good 7th, but he has been worn down here in the 8th. And there are no reinforcements warming up the Kansas City bullpen right now, so Squires doing his best to try and get 3 outs here in the 8th and send this game to the top half of the 9th inning. So Tyler Kuhn now 2 for 6. He'll get credit for his 22nd RBI. And now Josh Mazzola will step to the plate with the bases full and still nobody out. Mazzola officially 0 for 5. He sat some good at-bats though his last 2 times up. He saw 10 pitches in the 5th before a flyout, and he saw 7 in the 7th inning before a strikeout. Squires bending over to get the sign. Here's the set. Bases full and no one down in the 8th. 3 runs have scored in the inning. The pitch, and Mazzola swings and misses at a breaking ball down low. The count is 0-1. Mazzola was the first batter to face Chris Squires in the bottom half of the 7th. Eric Gordon earlier today made his pro debut and set the Goldeyes down in order. Righty against righty, the 0-1 pitch. Swinging a ground ball foul over towards the Winnipeg dugout. And it goes to 0-2 on Josh Mazzola. Casey Harther waiting on deck. 15 runs, 23 hits, 2 errors for the Winnipeg Goldeyes, 5 runs, 9 hits, and no errors for the Kansas City T-Bones. Squires brings the hands to a high set. Bases full, nobody out. And the 0-2 pitch to Mazzola. Swing and a miss, got him on a high fastball. So there's 1 away here in the bottom half of the 8th, and that brings up Casey Harther. Harther at a grand slam for the Goldeyes last season. And he'll step to the plate with the bases loaded and 1 out in the 8th inning. Casey is 3 for 5. He was robbed maybe of a home run his last time up. He drilled the ball to deep left. Couldn't tell for sure if the ball would have gone out. In any event, Wiley made a great leaping catch to at least take away an extra base hit. Casey will get another chance here. Here's the first pitch by Squires. Slider on the outside corner for a strike. It's 0-1. Arthur with a 3 for 5 tonight, his 23rd multi-hit game of the season. He secured his hitting streak in the 2nd with an RBI single to right. He's now at safely in 14 in a row. The 0-1 pitch, low and outside, it gets away from Mazziello. Here comes Luis Allen, and Allen scores standing up. Another wild pitch thrown by Chris Squires, and it's 16-5 Winnipeg in the 8th. A new season high in runs scored. So 2 wild pitches in the inning and have gotten away from the catcher, Danny Mazziello. Allen coming in to score. Pineda going to 3rd. Kuhn moving up to 2nd. And a 1-ball, 1-strike count on the league's leading hitter in Casey Harther. So Casey Harther 3 for 5 tonight. Facing Chris Squires for a 2nd time in the game. The pitch, swinging a line shot down the right field line, going over a Sabatella, and this will slice foul beyond the bullpen. It's 1-2. So Harther coming into this at-bat. Now 68 for 168 on the season. As of right now, Casey is batting .405 on July 3rd, almost halfway through the year. He's behind a ball and 2 strikes. And the right-hander, Chris Squires. Pineda on third, Kuhn on second, and 1 down. Goldeyes lead by 11. The pitch, line drive, left center field, coming on Cousdale. That's in for a base hit. Coming in to score is Pineda. Kuhn will stop at third. Casey Harther with an RBI single to center has made it 17-5 Winnipeg. His 4th hit of the ball game, and the Goldeyes now have a 12-run lead over the Kansas City T-Bones, and they have first and third and still only 1 man down. So for a 3rd time in the game, the Goldeyes will bat around. Jordan Guida, the 9th man up in the inning, and Casey Harther is now 4 for 6. Jordan Guida 0 for 1. He took over for Ray Saller in left field. In the top half of the 6th inning, a right-handed batter. Grounded a shortstop in the 7th. Fastball taken low and inside. 1 ball and no strikes. Donnie Webb, who began this inning with a single to center field, is waiting on deck. 17 runs on 24 base hits. And the Goldeyes with another big crooked number on the scoreboard. 5 here in the bottom of the 8th. They had a 6-run inning back in the 2nd. First and third, 1 away. Kuhn on third, Harther on first, not being held. The pitch, little looper, shallow left. That's a tough play. Charging in is Byron Wiley, and Wiley makes the catch, and that'll keep Kuhn over at third. So Guida with a pop fly to medium left field. There's 2 men down, and that brings up Donnie Webb, who is 3 for 5 in the ball game. He's single leading off this inning to center, and eventually came home in the RBI hit from Brock Bond. Winnipeg 6 in the 2nd, 1 in the 3rd, 3 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th, and 5 here in the 8th inning. A 17-5 lead. Donnie Webb, a switch hitter from the left side of the plate. Squires from the stretch, and the pitch. Breaking ball on the outside corner, and the count is 0-1. So Webb will try and tie a Goldeyes record with a 2nd hit in 1 inning. It is nearly impossible to get more than that. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Change up high and outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Really got to have everybody clicking in all cylinders, and you've got to be one of the first 1 or 2 guys up. Bat around and then get that 2nd opportunity. You can imagine how hard it is just mathematically to get a 3rd at bat, let alone get 3 hits in 1 frame. Webb swings and grounds one foul just outside of first. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. I believe it was 1999. Maybe 2000, but I believe 1999, Fernando Tatis was with the St. Louis Cardinals, and he had 2 grand slams in the same inning. And if that wasn't remarkable enough, they both came off the same pitcher. Chano Park, a game in which the St. Louis Cardinals beat the Los Angeles Dodgers. Donnie Webb a chance to get another hit. He's single leading off. 17-5 Goldeyes, bottom of the 8th. The pitch, line shot, and that's a foul ball down the right field line. Espinoza made a leaping attempt, and it's actually probably better that he didn't touch that ball, because had he clipped it with a glove, it might have been ruled fair by first base umpire Bill Montgomery. Both feet were in the air when Espinoza was reaching up. It just missed his glove by about 3 or 4 inches down the line. And it's still 1-2 on Donnie Webb. 5 runs are home in the inning on 5 more base hits. Squires comes set. Another 1-2. Swinging a line drive, and that's foul over towards the right. And it's still a ball and 2 strikes. It's hard to believe the Goldeyes 3 times in this game have actually been set down 1-2-3. They were set down in order by Kyle DeVore, the starter in the 1st. Derek Gordon at a 1-2-3-6, and Squires at a 1-2-3-7. So when you consider that, the Goldeyes have scored 17 runs and 24 base hits in just 5 innings. 1-2 on Webb. Fastball low, and the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. They sent 10 men to the plate in the 2nd, 7 in the 3rd, 9 in the 4th, and Donnie Webb, the 10th man up here in the 8th inning. Tyler Kuhn on 3rd, Casey Harther is on first with 2 outs. Here's the set and the 2-2 pitch. Loop down the left field line, tough play coming out of Wiley. It's a fair ball for a base hit. Kuhn will score. Harther goes to second. An RBI single for Donnie Webb, his 2nd hit of the inning, and his 4th tonight. And it's 18-5 Goldeyes in the last of the 8th. So Donnie Webb joins Casey Harther with a fourth base hit in this game. Abercrombie also has 4. And he'll now step to the plate. It's first and second. And 2 men down. Another 2-out RBI for Donnie Webb. It's his second RBI of the game. So the Winnipeg Goldeyes with a 13-run lead, their biggest tonight. They were up 12-0 earlier. Now 18-5. Abercrombie, a right-handed batter. And Squires delivers. Fastball misses inside. And the count is 1 ball and 0 strikes. Abercrombie 3 singles, a double, and he has scored 3 runs. And we'll see if Abercrombie can join Donnie Webb with a multiple hit in the bottom half of the 8th. The righty delivers, swinging a ground ball foul outside of third. And the count is now 1 ball and 1 strike on Reggie Abercrombie. He has been on fire since the early part of that road trip, right when the Goldeyes got to Quebec and took 2 or 3 from the Capitals. Entering tonight, he was hitting .345 with 13 driven in and 5 homers in his last 14 games. 1 ball and 1 strike in Abercrombie. Runners on first and second. The pitch, breaking ball taken inside, and it's now 2 balls and 1 strike. The runner on second is Casey Harther. He's 4 for 6 in this game. The runner on first is Donnie Webb. He is also 4 for 6. Righty against righty, the 2-1. Fastball just a little bit low and outside, and it's now 3 balls and 1 strike. And the Goldeyes, by the way, they have set a record here in this ball game for most hits in a home game. 25, the previous record 24. Here's the set from the righty. The 3-1 pitch. And a high fly ball deep but foul down the left field line. Abercrombie teeing up on a fastball from Chris Squires. And the count is now 3-2. And Harther on second, Webb on first will get the automatic start. Thanks to Scott Unger, the Goldeyes Media Relations Group, pointing that out. A team record for base hits at home with 25. The Goldeyes record for hits in a game is 6. Last done by Chad Thornhill in 1999. The runners go 3-2 to Abercrombie. He pops it up left side and foul ground. Moving over Schwaner by the dugout. Reaches, and that one's going to land into the first row of seats. So Abercrombie will get another chance. 8 different players with base hits tonight for the Winnipeg Goldeyes. In fact, the 8 players who have hits have at least 2. 18 runs, 25 hits, 2 errors for the Goldeyes, 5 runs, 9 hits, and no errors for the Kansas City T-Bones. The runners will once again take off. 3-2 and 2 out. Here's the set. Another payoff pitch and a high fly ball deep left field. Back goes Wiley. He's got her in front of the track, makes the catch. And Abercrombie retired, put a charge in it to left field. The Goldeyes, though, score 5 more runs. There were 5 hits and 2 left on base. We'll go to the top of the 9th at Shaw Park. It is 18-5 Winnipeg on Jewel 101.
CIBC and the Winnipeg Goldeyes have partnered to fight cancer. On Sunday, October 5th, CIBC and Goldeyes employees, friends, and family will be running in communities across Canada for a future without breast cancer. Shaw Park, the home of the Winnipeg Goldeyes, will be your local run site for the Canadian Breast Cancer Foundation CIBC Run for the Cure. For more information, to register to run or make a donation, go to CIBC.com. Let's run for a future without breast cancer. Join in Sunday, October 5th at Shaw Park.
It's Ken with a solution for loneliness out here in the field. I'll tell you what Ken would do. Ken would keep a 2-way radio in the cab. Prairie Mobile has the Kenwood 2-way radios that'll keep you in touch with the family and help if you ever need it. Tough, long-range, economical, and very sociable. Say more with 2-way radios from Kenwood. It's what Ken would do, and you should too.
After the sale, it's the service that counts. Prairie Mobile, your Kenwood authorized dealer.
To some, he is a hero. To others, merely heroic. But to us, he's a Pools Hall of Famer. Raised on highlights and minor league stats, he played his game cards like he played Division 12 slow pitch. To win. Home team? Check. Visiting team? Check. Champion? Check. Be a legend with Sports Select. Pools players won over $7 million last year. Pick the winning teams today at your lottery retailer. Remember, keep it a game.
And now, back to Winnipeg Goldeyes baseball on Jewel 101.
Well, the Winnipeg Goldeyes now lead by a score of 18-5. Kyle Bellamy will take over here in the top of the ninth. A 13-run lead for Winnipeg. This pitching change brought to you by Johnson Waste Management. Call 452-0909. It was 6 runs, not 5 in the bottom of the 8th for the Goldeyes. 6 runs on 6 base hits. Winnipeg setting a franchise record for single game at home in base hits with 25. The previous record had been 24. Now Kyle Bellamy will face 8-9-1. Daryl Hudson, Robbie Cousdale, and TJ Middlestad to try and get 3 outs and send the Goldeyes to their first perfect homestand since 2009. Kyle Bellamy making his 21st appearance of the year, 3-2, 5 saves, and a 5.19 ERA. Daryl Hudson, switch hitter left-handed, takes a fastball high and inside, 1 ball and 0 strikes. 17 1/3 innings, 20 hits, 11 walks, 16 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .294 against Bellamy. Fastball just outside for ball 2. 6'5", 220 pounds, a 26-year-old from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. He takes over for Taylor Suet, who was great for 2 2/3 scoreless. 1 hit, no walks, and 1 strikeout. On the inside corner of the fastball, 2-1. And despite pitching 2 2/3 innings, Suet only threw 25 pitches. Bellamy trying to close it out for Nick Hernandez, who would stand to win his 5th game of the year. Fastball high and outside, and the count is now 3 balls and 1 strike. Bellamy last pitched against the T-Bones in the opener of the series on Tuesday late afternoon. Recorded 1 out in the 5-3 win. Fastball inside, ball 4, and Daryl Hudson, a leadoff walk here in the 9th inning. Again, you tip your cap to Chris Squires. Not easy to do what he just did. The game out of reach here for the T-Bones. And Squires, who got into trouble and took a while to get the 3 outs. He allows 5 earned over 2 innings. 6 earned over 2 innings on 6 hits. 2 walks and 2 strikeouts. Squires threw 57 pitches in relief. 47 of those came in the bottom of the 8th. First pitch to Robbie Cousdale. A fastball misses outside, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Cousdale is 0 for 3. He is fly to right, struck out swinging, and grounds it out to third. Kyle DeVore stands to take the loss. He allowed 7 runs, 6 earned, and 3 innings pitched as the starter. Winnipeg 18, Kansas City 5. The Goldeyes added 6 more in the 8th, sending 11 men to the plate, including 2 hits in the same inning from Donnie Webb. Fastball a little bit high and outside. 2 balls and no strikes. So the Goldeyes on the verge of an 8th consecutive win, tying the 3rd longest winning streak in franchise history. The 2-0. And that fastball taken just high. It's now 3 balls and no strikes. All the T-Bones offense came in the 6th inning, when Kansas City caught a couple of breaks, utilized 2 errors charged against Winnipeg, and scored 5 runs. 4 of them were earned against Nick Hernandez. 3-0 the counts here on Robbie Cousdale. And Bellamy delivers. Fastball on the inside half. So the count is 3 balls and 1 strike. The longest winning streak in Goldeyes history is 10. They've done that twice. 2004 and 2009. Fastball taken just low, and ball 4 on Robbie Cousdale puts runners on 1st and 2nd with no one down. So it's back to the top of the order for TJ Middlestad. He is officially 0 for 3. A walk and a run scored. He's grounded out twice and fly down to center. Daryl Hudson is on 2nd. Robbie Cousdale is on 1st with nobody out. 3 times in their history, the Goldeyes have won 8 in a row. 1999, 2009. And the first 8 games of last season. Fastball misses just in on TJ Middlestad, and the count is 1-0. Rick Forney emerges from the Goldeyes dugout to have a quick chat with Kyle Bellamy on the mound. Hudson walked leading off, and then Cousdale drew a walk to make it 1st and 2nd and no one down. Forney with some words of encouragement for Kyle Bellamy, pats him on the back. With Middlestad at the plate, it is 18-5 Goldeyes here in the top half of the 9th inning. And we'll see if home plate umpire David Frame goes out to break up the conversation. Forney will go back to the dugout. Chandler Barnard talked about the trip that Forney made in the game against the Fargo Moorhead Redhawks. He got into a little bit of trouble, if you remember, in the second, and Fournier had gone out just to let him know that they had a bigger lead at that point, and he had good stuff just to concentrate a little bit more on the thirds of the plate as opposed to the corners, and it worked out. It gave Barnard the confidence boost. That fastball taken high and inside, and it's now 2 balls and 0 strikes, and Chandler went on to go a complete game against the Redhawks. And Barnard is scheduled to pitch on Saturday opposite Jake Labor. Fastball high and outside. So it's now 3 balls and 0 strikes on TJ Middlestat. Brian Sabatella is waiting on deck. It's first and second, nobody out. We're in the top half of the 9th inning. Bellamy comes set, and the pitch, and that's on the inside half. So it's 3 balls and 1 strike. The T-Bones are trying to rally one last time. Nick Hernandez kept them in check over 5 before the 5-run 5th. Swing and miss at a fastball away. That is the first swing of the inning by a T-Bones player. On the 15th pitch from Kyle Bellamy, a couple have been close. Been a little bit tougher to get the calls here from David Frame. Now it's 3-2. The pitch on the way. Fastball just inside, ball 4. Not a bad 2-seamer from Kyle Bellamy, so 3 walks have loaded the bases with nobody out here in the 9th inning. And that'll bring up Brian Sabatella. Sabatella 2 for 4. He looked to try and get the T-Bones out to a quick start. He doubled to left center with 1 away in the first against Nick Hernandez. But Hernandez came back to strike out David Espinoza, and he got Byron Wiley to ground out to second. And Sabatella was stranded in scoring position. Here he bats with the bases loaded and no outs. Bellamy delivers. Fastball on the outside corner. It's 0-1. Well, the T-Bones trying to grind things out here in the top half of the 9th. The energy level for Kansas City, it's been up and down at times. They certainly battle in the 6th. Swinging a ground ball to the right side, base hit into right field. Hudson will score. Cousdale held at third. Ground ball RBI single the other way for Brian Sabatella. That cuts the Goldeyes lead to 18-6 in the top half of the 9th inning. So the base is still loaded with nobody out. And now it's Cousdale on third, Middlestat on second, and Sabatella on first. A ground ball between first and second base. Sabatella is now 3 for 5 in the game. And he gets credit for his 20th RBI of the year. Base is full, no one down. David Espinoza, switch hitter left-handed, 1 for 4 with an RBI single. He takes a fastball upstairs, 1-0. Righty, Kaoi Downing warming up inside of the Goldeyes bullpen. So it's back to a 12-run lead here for the Goldeyes in the top half of the 9th. 1-0 the count. And Bellamy delivers. Hit in the air, foul the other way. It's now 1 ball and 1 strike. Kansas City was very quiet offensively against Hernandez over the first 5. They had a couple of defensive lapses early in the game when the Goldeyes were first mounting their big lead. Taylor Suet shut down the offense over the 7th and the 8th. And now the T-Bones are trying to work the counts once again here in the 9th. Runners lead all 3 bases, the 1-1 pitch. Fastball for a strike on the outside corner. And it's now 1-2 on David Espinoza. Byron Wiley on deck. Cousdale on third, Middlestat on second. Sabatella is on first with nobody out. Just past 9 o'clock here at Shaw Park. And the 1-2 pitch. Slider and foul the other way. Espinoza with a good 2-strike swing to stay alive. These 2 teams will play one other regular season series. That'll take place at Community America Ballpark later on this month, July 18th, 19th, and 20th. It'll be a 1-stop road trip, much the way this weekend is against the Redhawks. Here's the 1-2. Line drive towards shallow left, coming on Gaida. He's there, and Gaida makes the catch. 1 man down. Tagging at third is Cousdale. Cousdale comes in a score. It's a sacrifice fly and a run batted in for David Espinoza, and that'll trim the lead to 18-7 here in the 9th inning. So Espinoza picks up his 2nd RBI tonight and his 19th of the year. And there's the first out here in the 9th inning. Middlestat is still on second, and Sabatella is still on first. Now a double play could end it. Winnipeg stands to improve to 31-14. Keeping hold of the top winning percentage in the American Association. First pitch, fastball down the middle of the knees, and it's 0-1. The T-Bones would dip 2 games under 500 at 22-24. And it could potentially be as many as 4 games back of first place. The 0-1. Fastball low and inside, and it's now 1 ball and 1 strike. Last we checked, though, the Canaries were in front of the Gary South Shore Railcats in Sioux Falls. And right now the Canaries have an 11-6 lead in the 7th inning. 1-1 pitch. Fastball taken just high and outside. So it's now 2-1 on Byron Wiley. Johnny Kaplan is waiting on deck. First and second, one away. We're in the top of the 9th inning. A couple of runs have come across on a Sabatella RBI single and an Espinoza sac fly. On the outside corner of the changeup. 2-2 the count on Byron Wiley. Kuhn at shortstop and Bond at second, hoping to turn a double play. The set from Bellamy and the 2-2 pitch. Grounded foul inside the Goldeyes dugout. And we'll do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. It's 18 runs, 25 hits, 2 errors for the Goldeyes, 7 runs, 10 hits, and no errors for the Kansas City T-Bones. Kansas City will head back home. They'll begin a series at home against the Canaries tomorrow at Community America Ballpark. Another 2-2 pitch. Line drive towards left center, cutting across his Abercrombie. Won't get it. That'll drop in for a base hit and bounce all the way towards the fence. Middlestat will score. Sabatella's being waved to the plate. Here's the relay throw by Kuhn. It's not going to be in time. And in to score is Brian Sabatella. Byron Wiley with a 2-run double to left center field has made it 18-9 in favor of the Winnipeg Goldeyes. Rick Forney's going to come out, and it looks like he will take the ball here from Kyle Bellamy. So Wiley picks up his 2nd and 3rd RBIs of the ball game. A runner on 2nd and 1 down. And it appears Kyoe Downing will be coming in to try and get the final 2 outs. We'll take a break and tell you more about the new pitcher after this on Jewel 101.
Hi, this is Ivan Saper, owner of Saper Agencies. We offer personal, business, automobile, and travel health insurance. But it's how we sell that makes us different. We strive to remain on the cutting edge of technology and product innovations. We promise you quick, efficient, and effective solutions and 100% satisfaction. See us today, and we'll find you the right solution at the right price. Remember, your best insurance policy is our experience.
Saper Agencies, 2188 McPhillips. Call 694-6787.
This is Goldeyes Baseball on 100.7 CFJL, Jewel 101, Winnipeg.
Go to bostonpizza.com and finger cook a meal the whole family will love. Don't waste your precious time cooking when you don't have to. We know you've got more important things to do, like watching sports highlights, stopping your kids from bumping into stuff, or simply taking a break from napping. And with over 100 menu items to choose from, everyone can get exactly what they want. To order, call 925-4111 or finger cook today at bostonpizza.com.
And now, back to Winnipeg Goldeyes Baseball on Jewel 101.
This pitching change is brought to you by Johnson Waste Management. Call 452-0909. Right-hander Kyoe Downing will try and get the final couple of outs here. The T-Bones scoring 4 in the top of the 9th to cut the Goldeyes lead to 18-9. The T-Bones have a runner at 2nd and 1 man down. Kyoe Downing worked in last night's game. He got 1 out. And the Goldeyes' eventual 7-5 victory. Downing makes his 19th appearance of the year, 1-1, no saves, and a 3.18 ERA. 17 innings pitched, 14 hits, 8 walks, 10 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .230 against Kyoe Downing. Downing with the Goldeyes has made 14 appearances, 1 win and no losses, and an ERA of 2.19. Downing 5'11", 189 pounds. A 28-year-old right-hander from Honolulu, Hawaii. Now Johnny Kaplan will step to the plate, 0 for 4 with a run scored. It is 18-9 Goldeyes. 27 runs and 36 hits between the two clubs here this evening. A runner on 2nd and 1 down. And Downing comes set. The first pitch. Fastball low and outside. The count 1 ball and no strikes. The Kansas City T-Bones, again, the energy level has been up and down over the course of tonight's game. It has been up here in the top of the 9th, letting 4 runs on 2 hits and 3 walks. The set from Downing. And the 1-0 pitch. Fastball line drive to right field coming on Webb. He's got a plant and a hop for a base hit. Wiley will go to 3rd. A single the other way for Johnny Kaplan, his first in 5 trips to the plate. And that will put runners on the corners with 1 man down. Nick Schwaner stepping up. Schwaner is 2 out of 4. 2 singles and RBI. Is grounded out to 2nd and fouled out to Josh Mazzola at 3rd, and made a nice play in the top half of the 2nd inning. Goldeyes leading by 9. Kansas City is still a number of base runners away from getting the tying run of the plate. They have put 4 on the board here in the 9th after a 5 spot in the 6th. Schwaner, a left-handed batter. Downing is set, and the pitch, swing and a miss at a fastball down low. So the count is 0-1 on the third baseman, Nick Schwaner. He has played mostly first this year. With the injury currently to Danny Richard and the absence of Vladimir Frias for this series, the T-Bones have shuffled guys around the field. Fastball down low, it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Both Frias and Richard having good years. Richard among the league leaders in runs batted in. He unfortunately got injured in a collision with John Alonso last week when the T-Bones faced the Laredo Lemurs. The 1-1. And a high fly ball center field. Moving back is Abercrombie. He's under it. Abercrombie camping, makes the catch. Wiley will tag. Wiley's going to come in to score to cut the lead to 18-10. A sac fly and a run batted in for Nick Schwaner. And now the T-Bones are down to their final out. So Kansas City has scored 5 in an inning for a second time, but the Goldeyes have scored 6 in an inning twice tonight, along with 6 more runs along the way, and they lead 18-10. And the final look for Kansas City is Danny Mazziello, who has 1 at bat, 0 for 1, grounded into a double play after taking over for Brian Erie earlier in the game. Swinging a foul straight back, and it's 0-1. He is the 9th man up in the inning. The line now closed on Bellamy. 1/3, 5 runs, 2 hits, 3 walks, and 29 pitches. So a runner on first and 1 down. Harther is holding on. Johnny Kaplan, who can run. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fastball knee high for a strike, and it's 0-2. 18 runs, 25 hits, and 2 errors for the Goldeyes. 10 runs, 12 hits, no errors for the Kansas City T-Bones. Outfield a step the other way. The 0-2 pitch. Cutter outside off the glove of Allen. Heading for second is Johnny Kaplan, and Kaplan will get there standing up in the wild pitch. Breaking ball outside, and it's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. So the offense very concentrated. We mentioned in the 8 innings for the Goldeyes on offense, they've actually been retired 1, 2, 3, and 3 of them. The 18 runs and 25 hits coming in just 5 total innings. And the T-Bones, their 10 runs coming in just 2. The 1-2 pitch, fastball down low. And it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Another big series coming up against the Red Hawks tomorrow night, 7:02 at Newman Outdoor Field. Matt Jackson on the mound for Winnipeg. The Red Hawks are to be announced. Right-hand pitcher, right-hand batter. Kaplan on second. The 2-2 pitch, hit in the air, foul off to the right side. So it's still 2 balls and 2 strikes. Goldeyes dropped 2 out of 3, a close series in Fargo at the beginning of June, but they came back and swept the Red Hawks 4 games earlier on this homestand. And they'll have another chance to expand their lead over the Red Hawks in the north. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. He got him, and the ball game is over. Kyoe Downing strikes out Danny Mazziello, and the Goldeyes sweep their first homestand since 2009. They go 7-0 against Fargo and Kansas City, beating the T-Bones tonight by a final score of 18-10. Great offensive performances up and down the lineup for the Winnipeg Goldeyes, who have won 8 games in a row, tied for the 3rd longest winning streak in franchise history. Winnipeg is now 31-14, and they will add a game to their lead over either St. Paul or Fargo as they play head-to-head throughout tonight at Midway Stadium. A big win here for the Goldeyes, 8 consecutive wins and a perfect homestand, 7-0 for the first time in nearly 5 years. In the 9th inning, 5 runs. There were 4 hits and 1 runner left on base. Our final score here at